Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Going Rounds podcast. It's Saturday night, and I'm back. It's fight night. We got a big pay per view, so we got the Watch Party podcast. I don't know where the hell everybody else is at, but I'm here, so I'm gonna hold this shit down because this is what I wanted to do tonight. So whether or not anybody else jumps on, it's no big deal. I'm here. I'm gonna go through all the fights, all the main card fights, starting in a few minutes. The intros are just happening right now on the pay per view, so I'm here to get things going, man. And yeah, I'm happy to be doing it too. So if anybody's out there watching at the moment or jumps in soon, the chat's open. If you want to discuss the fights as they happen, watch along. I'll be throwing it up there when the fights start. I have a little graphic ready so everybody can know what fight we're getting ready to watch. I'll be updating in between. I'll shout out the times so you know kind of where I'm at as opposed to where you're at. Either way, whatever's happening, follow along, jump in, chat with me, and yeah, just enjoy listening to me break down fights. And if anybody jumps in that I was expecting as a guest, I will make space for them on this screen here, and you'll see them as well. And then we'll get to bullshitting and talking shit or whatever else we want to do. So anyway, I'm by myself and I'm gonna hold it down because yeah, that's Saturday night, man. I'm excited for these fights. So far, the prelims have been pretty dope. I mean, for the most part, they have been pretty exciting. I've watched maybe 75% of them, and I've got some results here if you haven't been following along. So, I was watching the let's see, early prelims. Let's see who was on the early prelims. Anybody of note? No, but you know what? There was three KOs in the early prelims. Joseph Holmes, KO TKO round 2 against Claudio Ribeiro. We had Phil Haas versus Iskram Aliskerov. Dude, Iskram beat the shit out of Phil Haas, man. Like round 1 KO, massive KO. It was good. I did watch that fight, and then Braxton Smith versus Parker Porter. Parker Porter got a round 1 KO TKO as well. So those early prelims were pretty exciting. And then let's see, going into the regular prelims, Virna Jandiroba beat Marina Rodriguez by decision. Chaos Williams beat Rolando Bedoya by decision. Kennedy and Zechiku got a submission over Devin Clark. And then just now, you just missed it unless you were watching as well. Drew Dober versus Matt Favola. Matt, the steamroller Favola, fucking just steamrolled the shit out of Drew Dober. Round 1 KO. It was dope. I was excited. I'm in here getting things set up and ready, and man, I was hyped. I hope that that's just some basically just a preview of what's to come because it was pretty badass. So I'm hoping that that's the way the rest of this night goes with the rest of these fights. So let's see, just right now they're just kind of showing all the preview intro stuff for the pay-per-view. Our first fight's gonna be oh man, I'm over here messing things up. It's Kron Gracie versus Charles Jourdain. And here it is. Yeah. Kron Gracie versus Charles Air Jourdain. That should be a good fight. Kind of striker versus grappler type stuff, you know. But Kron doesn't look like he wants to be bothered today or this week at all. He has not been into listening to anybody talk. He has not been into he's just kind of not wanting to hear anybody or anything when it comes to other fighters and other just people interviewing him. It's like he doesn't want to hear any questions. He doesn't want to talk about shit. He's in a bad mood this week. I don't know why. Maybe it's the weight cut. Maybe he just doesn't want to deal with it. I don't know. It is what it is. But Kron Gracie is a badass jiu-jitsu artist, obviously, because he's part of that world renowned, world famous Gracie family. So you know what you're getting when you're fighting him. Uh, he's definitely going to come out there looking to get you on the ground. So right now we got the, you know, pre pay-per-view package going on. John Anik, Joe Rogan, DC, Daniel Cormier. I'm hoping that sound isn't coming across. I need to ask somebody if it is. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to drop shit. I got all kinds of drinks here just surrounding me. I'm like, well, if I'm not going to have any company on the podcast, I guess old fashions for everyone, all meaning me, are going to be here surrounding me, keeping my ass company. So, always, you got the three bald guys here on the screen yelling into their mics because it's loud there. All the crowd decides to spill in at the beginning of the pay-per-view event. Nobody's really there for the prelims and early prelims, but only the hardcores, I guess. Let's see. I need to make sure that nobody, if you're in the chat, let me know if you can hear the sound coming from my TV, which I highly doubt you can, but I just want to make sure. I'm going to text my wife and ask her to make sure. There we go. I had to concentrate as I was typing that because then I fuck it all up. Well, hopefully everybody's day's been going all right. I don't know if anybody's been watching. I'm sure if you're watching this, you were probably watching the fights. So, let's see. And hopefully you've been enjoying the fights too. I'm gonna just listen on my own and see here. Ooh, you're gonna hear double time of my voice, but it doesn't sound like it's coming through, so that's good. Wait, what? Hold on. I gotta make sure here. Let's see. Think I'm gonna mute myself for just a second. Oh, okay, good. Whew. There we go. Now I got clarification. We're good to go. You're not hearing the sound from the fights. I figure if I'm in here by myself, then I can have the sound going so I can hear what the commentary is saying while I talk to you guys. And I guess I could possibly do this when I have everyone else on the podcast, like during these nights where I do the watch parties. But because everyone's always like, oh, I'd like to hear what's happening, and I'm like, yeah, but I can't have that sound coming over on YouTube because they'll shut me down. So I just wanted to make sure that that sound wasn't coming over, so I don't have any issues with getting shut down. But I think it might be a little chaotic too. It's a little hard for me to like actually listen to what they're saying while I'm talking, and then having other people talking, everyone trying to listen to each other, plus the sound in the background. It might be a bit much. I'm used to kind of having something going because if you've watched my podcast, I usually have background music going while I'm, previewing the fights, going over highlights, all that good stuff. So I kind of treat it as that, but I'm not going to know what they're saying until I stop talking for a second and actually listen. But I figured, I'm not going to talk every single second throughout this whole thing. I'll just keep you updated on stuff, and obviously talking more than not talk, but I will stop talking here and there just to listen to what the commentary's saying for a second and then, pick right back up from there. So this is the first time, I do my podcast all the time on myself. It is my podcast. I mean, I have guests on a lot, returning guests, Patrick and Clark being my most shown guests or most returning guests, I should say, however you want to say that. I don't know, but you know what I mean. They're the ones that have been on the most and come back over and over again. But it's my podcast by myself. Maybe one of these days, if one of these guys want to commit, we could do like a 2-person more time than none podcast. I mean, I'd be cool with that. It's kind of cool to be able to have somebody to bounce off of, and talk to and bullshit with and maybe disagree with even sometimes because, that banter is what keeps things interesting. So either which way, uh, yeah, being my podcast by myself, I'm used to just talking, but I usually have a topic. I'm going through all of the fights that I'm recapping. I'm talking about all of the fights that are coming up, all of the news that's happening. So I kind of have a flow that I work out. So being being on here by myself is something I've never done because usually I have the guys from the Rumble podcast or, Clark's on with me or my daughter Trin is in here with me. So I always have at least 2 to 3 other people on. And this time, I had a few people, a couple guys from the Rumble say possibly they would jump on. Patrick said maybe. Clark is a no. My daughter Trin is in the process of kind of making her way out and moving out with her girlfriend. So they've been working a lot on the place that they're moving to and stuff like that. So I'm just here hanging out, solo dolo. It is what it is. I'm cool with it. I'll just keep going. Hopefully it doesn't make it too boring for anybody just listening to me. And you know what? I'm just going to sit here and go nuts on the fights like I would if I was watching them by myself. I've watched fights by myself doing absolutely nothing, sitting in my living room, just chilling, staring at the TV, watching fights. So it's not an abnormal thing for me. And when things happen, I get crazy and jump up and shit too, just like you've seen us go nuts on finishes for other watch party podcasts. So I mean it's fun, I'm a true fan. I've been a fan for a long ass time. And it's probably been 20 plus years that I've been watching UFC and MMA all together. So if it's not been 20 years, it's at least close. I don't know. If you're watching and you're in the chat, tell me how long you think you've been watching MMA or UFC or any of it. A lot of people I know started watching some of the early UFCs, like UFC 1, 2, the real early ones. Like they watched it, the first few events and then they didn't watch again for like 10 years. And then now they're back into it. So that kind of stuff happens. And it's cool because, they remember it a certain way and then they come back and start watching religiously again. And they're like, holy shit, this is nuts. It used to be crazy for a particular reason. And that's because it was like, I'm not going to say what these idiots were saying back then, human cockfighting, but it was more like NHB type stuff, no holds barred type shit in the beginning. So, and then you turn around and you look at it, it's been on for 30 years now. This is the 30th anniversary year of the UFC, and you see where it's come. And, it's a bit oversaturated with an event every single weekend, pretty much. You got these smaller events in the Apex ever since COVID. You got you got just the regular fight nights. You got pay-per-views. I mean, there's so many goddamn events, and very few times are they actually taking breaks. Usually if they take a week off, it's a week. Usually it's not too much longer than that. So, wow. So Charles Jourdain is making his walk in. Megan Olivi is right there commentate, like, kind of talking as he walks in, and somebody like dropped their phone. Charles Jourdain went flying, kind of going to get the phone, but it was kind of weird. It's just all of a sudden he's out of the picture. But yeah, anyway, like I said, if you're in the chat, let me know how long you've been watching UFC, man. It's been a long ass time for me. I wish I could pinpoint really when. I know I would say it was probably 2000. 2005 ish, I think. So that puts it at almost 20 years. Damn, that's crazy. So I've been working at the job that I work at for like 16 years now. Let's see, 9, 10, 12, 2, 3. Uh, uh, Shit. Yeah, I think it's like 16 years. Either way, I've been watching UFC since before that. So that's pretty crazy. Um, oh, sorry, I got caught up in listening to what Joe Rogan was saying, but I thought he said one thing and he actually said something else. Cheers to everyone out there. If you have a drink, put it up, take a sip. Cheers to me by myself. I'm cheersing myself here today. Again, it's not that weird. I'm used to being by myself. It's just, different flow, different way of working. So, if you've watched the Watch Party podcast before, you'll know that I usually throw up a graphic letting you know when the fight's about to start. Right now, Charles Jourdain just got into the cage. He's ready. Kron Gracie is on his walkout right now. His hair doesn't look so crazy like it did earlier. Earlier, they showed him in his hair. I mean, dude, he looked like a fucking homeless guy, man. Like his hair's just all like he just did this shit and it was and just said fuck it. And then he's got this scruffy ass beard, and I think he's had that for a while, but it looks longer and just scruffier than normal. It's been since 2019, I think, since he's fought. Man, I gotta look that up because I looked it up the other day and I was kind of surprised by the answer. So I thought that, I thought that I'd be able to listen more and actually talk about what they're saying on the broadcast. It's too difficult, man. Like I have to really shut up, and that's not good for everyone out there listening. Like no one's gonna listen if no one's gonna watch if I'm just sitting here. I mean, what the hell's the point of that, right? So unless I just shut up, it's really gonna be hard to listen. But at least I have it in my ears. I can stop and listen whenever it seems like a good time, and maybe catch what they're saying. So yeah, 20 October 2019 was the last time Kron Gracie fought against Cub Swanson and lost a unanimous decision. But I mean, Cub Swanson is no joke, so I'm not really surprised, and it's not much to be ashamed of. Before that, though, you know, he had uh one, two, three, four, five wins in a row. One being in the UFC. He's only fought twice in the UFC previously, and then the other three of the four fights happened in Ryzen, and one was in Real Fight Championship. So here we go, Bruce Buffer with the crazy announcements like he usually does. So here we go. Here's what I was talking about. This is the fight happening right now. Oh shit, man. You know what? I forgot I made a whole other scene. That sucks. I can fix that right now. That's the good part about being by myself is that I don't have to worry about anything else and I can just do this stuff on the fly. So that'll keep me busy. And I can get it done before it actually starts. Here we go. You got to be kidding me. There we go. About to get started. Kron Gracie versus Charles Jourdain. Here we go. I will let you know as soon as it starts. Here it is. 4:59, 58, 57, 56, 55. There we go. Fight started. Pay-per-view. UFC 288. Let's get this shit going. I feel like this is going to be a good night of fights. Kron Gracie's just kind of pawing out there, getting a little bit of a distance measure there. Charles Jourdain looks like he's just trying to feel it out. Oh, starts snapping some punches too, man, right away. Keeping up with the Lakers Warriors. No, I'm not actually. It's too hard to watch too many things. But you can feel free to let me know what's going on, man. I mean, I'm okay with knowing uh what's happening with that. I was watching it here and there a little bit earlier because it was on when I was eating. So Jourdain's coming on strong. Oh shit. He caught Kron a little with an uppercut. Jourdain looks like he's pretty calm and collected. LA's up by 16. All right. Damn. I'm going for Golden State because my daughter is a Golden State Warriors, like a diehard Warriors fan. And I'm not big into basketball, but I'll watch here and there. Just oh shit, big uppercut by Jourdain on Kron, but Kron doesn't look too affected. But man, that was a flush uppercut. But yeah, like she's a big Golden State Warriors fan, so I just support her team because I don't follow basketball that much. So I was kind of hoping to see them get the win and move on, but LA up by 16. Damn. What quarter? What quarter are they in? I'm talking to the people in the chat, by the way. TH was asking if I was keeping up with the Lakers versus Warriors, and Eric Torres was giving us some updates. So, oh shit, Kron jumping guard. But he just jumped guard and has Charles Jourdain back of the head, defending for that posture. So, kind of throwing some punches in there. I think he's trying to find his way into making something work position wise. Oh, in the third, 7:22. Okay. Damn, up by 16. I mean, basketball, like 32 seconds can feel like 32 minutes with everything, all this whistle blowing and bullshit that happens. So, a whole extra quarter means a lot of time, but you can't let them get up by too much. Who are you going for? TH and Eric Torres. Who you guys got in that series? Are you going for Lakers or Warriors? So right now, Kron Gracie just is controlling Charles Jourdain in his guard. He's in full guard, holding posture, and he's kind of doing little pot shot punches to the ears, the head, and in the body. But Jourdain's got some good defense. Oh, there we go. Jourdain stands up. Kron Gracie's with the butt scoots. But he's looking like he wants to get up, but Jourdain's just standing over him. Oh, you're going for GS too, huh? All right, cool. I don't remember what's the series at right now. Are we at the final game here, or I don't, like I said, I don't even keep up, but I've been watching here and there, but I haven't been paying too much attention. Don't mind me. Nicotine has a hold of me, so you'll see me vaping here and there. Jourdain's landing some good punches, but nothing too significant at the moment. We got 13 seconds left in the first round. A lot of that was controlled by Kron Gracie on the ground, holding Jourdain in the full mount. Oh shit, Jourdain. About 3 or 4 punches in a row, landed a good uppercut. First round's over. But yeah, a lot of that round was controlled by Gracie with Jourdain in his guard. But I mean, there was not a lot of significance to that. You know, there was not a lot done. No significant strikes, no real submission attempts, even, and no change of position. You know, no advancing. So I mean, you can give it to him on the ground, I guess, but really, and Jourdain was on top. So there was nothing that really happened there. So that's kind of a toss up. If you want to talk about significant strikes, Charles Jourdain had the most significant strikes in that round. So I might say that Charles Jourdain had that first round by a slight margin. All right, here we go. Start of round 2. All right. 455 in round 2. Here we go. Ron Gracie comes out striking. Couple low kicks. Jourdain just looks so tight and oh shit, what up, Justin? Thanks for joining in, man. I appreciate it. Kron Gracie's trying to stalk Charles Jourdain right now. He's pressed him up against the cage, circling, chasing him, throwing some body kicks here and there. But now he's tying him up, pushing him up against the cage. You know, that's pretty much his MO. He's going to try to tie you up. Now he's jumping to guard, but Charles Jourdain is holding him up in the air, still standing. Yep, he's got him up against the octagon, and he's just kind of landing some punches on him. And Kron Gracie has his legs wrapped around Jourdain's waist. He looks like he's slipping. He might not want to just fall. Oh, shit. Yep, he dropped. Jourdain falls in his guard. Full guard with 350 left. If Jourdain doesn't, like, get out of this like he did last round, I mean, he's just going to sit here for a while. And now it looks like it's Jourdain controlling Kron instead of the other way around. Oh, shit. Okay, so Kron is wall walking with his feet, trying to get his hips in there. But, yep, couldn't make nothing of it. Now they're away from the cage. Kron Gracie is, you know, I mean, he's a lot more active than I remember him being in the guard with, you know, with strikes. Like, he's actually striking to the head, you know, punching the ears, throwing some elbows. But that was on the top of the head, so he needs to watch those. Yeah, he needs to stop throwing those elbows on the top of the head. But yeah, he's on his back. He's not doing much, man. It's like, I mean, he's throwing punches, but nothing's really affecting Jourdain. But Jourdain can't seem to get himself out of there. He needs to fucking find a way to break that guard. He's keeping his hands tight to his head. And he's not really posturing because Kron's not letting him. All right, Kron's trying to maybe sink in an armbar here or try to get the triangle. But there's nothing going on, man. It's been over a minute, and it's just kind of back and forth little pot shots at each other. Kron's actually throwing like a fucking, like a ridge hand type punch. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I should probably check and make sure no one's trying to jump in with me. No. I got to check periodically because I don't have the screen up that's going to show me. Oh shit. I don't have the screen up that's going to show me if they're in the room. Someone else jumps in, I might not know. So we got a minute 39. They're on their feet again finally. Right now, real-time odds, plus 300, Kron Gracie, minus 400, Charles Jourdain. So if you're trying to do real-time bets, right now, the favorite's going to be Jourdain by a significant amount. So that just tells us that right now everyone's thinking Charles Jourdain's winning. He is putting together some good combinations, though. Some crisp boxing going on from Charles Jourdain. And Crone's just covering up, but, some of those are landing. Ooh, big elbow. And Crone just stalks, man. He's going after Charles, that's for sure. But I mean, he's not landing anything. He's getting hit on his way in. Oh shit, he landed that big left hook though. Jourdain has a small cut on the ridge of his nose, which is weird. I don't know where that came from. Uh, but Crone's gotten hit quite a few times and doesn't look to have a lot of damage, so it's kind of weird. Yep, pulls guard again on his back. Charles Jourdain, same position. Crone has an overhook on one of the arms, but I mean that doesn't mean a whole lot unless he's really gonna power out of that into something. But right now, nothing. On his back, in full guard. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. So a lot of the same. A few big punches landed by Jourdain. Crone jumping guard a couple times. Nothing significant, really. Charles Jourdain has this one by significant strikes. It looks like Crone has a little mouse under his eye. A little scrape. He did get hit a few times. Pretty flush, so. I have a parlay with Nzechukwu, Sterling, and Burns. I just need Sterling and Burns to win. I'm just a little worried about Cejudo. Listen, when it comes down to it, I'm worried about Cejudo too because I'm going for Aljamain Sterling. So, that was a good call on Nzechukwu, and Gilbert Burns, man. I don't want Gilbert Burns to win, but I think you're right on that one. But Bilal is fucking hungry right now, so that one's a little iffy too. But I get what you're saying about Cejudo, but I think Aljamain Sterling right now is on a roll, and I don't think he's ready to give it up. And it's not his past, couple fights don't look like he's willing to give it up either. So I think he's just continuing to move up, and no matter how good Cejudo is, I don't know that he's going to be able to overcome the length and everything else that Aljamain poses as a threat. Cejudo's real short, real stocky, and real compact. He's got that great wrestling, but Aljamain's a good wrestler too, and he has good wrestling defense. So I understand being worried about Cejudo, but I don't know, man. I don't know if it's that much to worry about. See, Justin asks me all the time if what I think about fights, and oh shit, Jourdain's trying hard to land some good punches, and he landed a couple right there. Justin asks me all the time about fights and what I think, and I'm just so wishy-washy because I suck at betting, bro. I can give you advice, and I'm sorry if you take it and don't win, but if you do take it and you win, I'm glad and I'm happy. But every time I bet, I do horribly. I suck at it. I don't know why. It's like I'm cursed. I curse the fight by betting on it. So I haven't bet on anything today, Justin. So you might have some good luck. But yeah, those two fights at the top, man, those are tough to guess on. So I think Cejudo is a very, very slight favorite, if I remember correctly. I don't remember about Burns and Bilal, but I would assume Burns is the favorite. If you want to correct me on that, I'd appreciate it. I haven't looked it up, so let me know what those odds were on those last two fights, and we'll see what I think about it after that. I'm just not great. I don't know. I guess I just don't have the confidence in betting. And, I always bet stupid shit that's going to win me like a couple grand just by putting them up about $10. And, those are always long shot. Those are always long shot bets. So that's probably why I suck at betting so much. I just don't see any value in betting a bunch of money on something that can go either way, really. I don't know. I just don't have the confidence in it, I guess. So the fight was getting a little exciting there for a minute, but I don't know what happened. Fucking apparently, Prone Gracie just jumped guard again, and Charles Jourdain just can't seem to avoid falling into it. So he's kind of to blame just as much as Crone is. Jourdain is a black belt on the ground, Joe Rogan just said, but for some reason he just can't seem to advance his position and, defend anymore. He is fighting a Gracie though. Cejudo minus 120. Yeah, but I thought it was like minus 120 as opposed to like Sterling being minus 105, which I know that still makes Cejudo the the favorite, but it's like slightly, right? So Burns is minus 150. Okay, yeah, I figured he'd be this favorite. So, all right, thanks, Eric Torres. I appreciate that. Uh, yeah, man. I don't know. I bet like $10 and try to win 1,000,000. And of course it never works. Dude, I know. And I made some crazy parlay once on the podcast. Like we were getting started. I'm like, I gotta make a bet. Let's make this interesting. And I make a parlay. And then 5 minutes later, the fight starts of the first leg of my parlay, and it's busted in like 42 seconds or some shit. I was so mad. I was like, dude, I could have won like 6 grand. But why am I taking these long shots? It's just crazy. It's kind of stupid too. Charles Jourdain finally got on his feet. Ron Gracie's butt scooting, and Jourdain's trying to kick the shit out of his legs, which is not a bad idea in the third round. But you take a chance of hitting a knee or hitting an ankle the wrong way and fucking up your leg or your ankle or your foot. So that's a risky ass thing to do. But hey, he got him to stand up. Oh shit! Now he's throwing some good combinations to the body. That's a good way to jump up and take some action. But now Crone just tied him up, pressing him up against the cage. All right, so nobody didn't wind up on the ground. That's good. We got 32 seconds left in the third round. Jourdain's throwing some good heavy leg kicks. Now he's trying to get the boxing going again. He needs to go for broke here. Crone's just covering up, so hit that body, get him to open up, and then throw some heavy punches to the head. I will say though, Crone has had some pretty decent. Oh shit! Straight right, got through the hands. Crone has had some pretty decent defense, but he's still getting pieced up, and it's over. Charles Jourdain definitely won that unanimous decision. And if it doesn't go that way, those judges are fucking blind as shit. Oh shit, I should take this time to fix my stuff so that way next fight it will actually work. Hey, Justin, just so I know, or everybody, actually everybody in the chat, anybody that's listening, who you guys got for the main two fights? Bilal Muhammad versus Gilbert Burns and Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo. Tell me who you got for those fights, who you got winning. I know Justin told me who he bet on, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's who he is going for. If that makes sense. Let's see, who is it? Let's go. All my prep work went to shit because nobody jumped on with me, so I had to make another scene and get things going that way. And because of that, I forgot to change this other stuff. That's right though. I at least have some time to do it in between fights. That way everything can pop up like it's supposed to when it's supposed to. Man, Chrome Gracie definitely looks winded. Here comes decision. Unanimous decision, Charles Jourdain. Oh, Eric Scott, Aljo, and Burns. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking Aljo and Bilal. Bilal Muhammad. I don't know why I'm siding with him today, but I'm definitely going for Aljamain as well. But like Justin said, it's a bit tough to go against Cejudo. Triple C, simultaneous double champ, 2 different divisions. Just listening to what Charles Jourdain is saying, but Nothing crazy, just normal stuff. Um, Damn, he does have a pretty big scratch under his eye, right there, but not too much damage on Jourdain. Yeah, so I mean, that wasn't the best fight, but of course I want to win my parlay. So I'm hoping for Sterling and Burns. Oh, okay. I mean, see, that's probably my problem, Justin. I'll make a bet. I'll make a bet, but I'm still fucking rooting for the other guys. Maybe that's just because that's how much of a fan I am. I don't know. That's why I don't like to bet, because then I have to root against the person I'm actually like hoping wins. Even if I think that they're not gonna win. Oh shit! What the hell? JWoww from Jersey Shore is in the crowd. That's great. Oh yeah, they're in New Jersey. That makes sense. What the fuck am I thinking? That was kind of weird though. She's out there by herself unless her husband is somewhere else and just didn't want to be on camera. But she had what's his name? Kevin Holland next to her. So I highly doubt she's sitting there. She probably just got up there to be in the camera. They probably told her to go up there. All right, so let's see. I think I have everything set up, so we're good there. Charles Jourdain, winner by unanimous decision for the first fight. So 1 fight down, 4 to go. Next up is Jesus, Evloev versus Lopez. I haven't seen too much from this dude Lopez. I guess he was in Fury FC before, and he was on Dana White's Contender Series. I went over all this in the podcast on Thursday with Patrick, but I'm kind of interested to see what this dude does. Movsar Evloev is tied for 6th in most takedowns in the UFC featherweight division with 27. Damn. So you can expect him to try to take him down. He's 16-0 though right now in MMA. So damn, undisputed. That's pretty tough for a guy that's gonna be making his debut in the UFC. But this is a you know Jesus, what am I trying to say? This was a late notice fight for Diego Lopez. He's taken over for Bryce Mitchell, who had an injury, a back injury, I guess. So Bryce Mitchell was supposed to be the one fighting Evloev. That'd be a pretty good fight though for Diego Lopez to win and beat Evloev, who's undefeated in MMA. So he's making his UFC debut. He comes in and beats an undefeated fighter. Someone who's like 16-0 too, not just like 2-0. That'd be a pretty great way to make your debut in the UFC. I prepped all kinds of drinks and I have them all ready right here, but I totally forgot to fucking bring ice in with me. So that's dumb. Might have to have my wife come bring me my ice. You're listening. Jesus Christ, Clark. So, Clark's not on the podcast. This motherfucker, this fool is having me get up at fucking early as shit to go play golf in the morning. Now, I agreed, obviously I said I would go play golf. Our tee time is at 6:55 or some shit like that, which is good because, it's getting hot and it's better to play early. It's real nice in the morning at that time, right? So it's a good time to play golf. But I mean, this isn't going to be over until fucking like 10 o'clock probably or after. And there's no way I'm going to go to bed after doing this. I might be a little drunk too. So hopefully I don't feel like shit when I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, because apparently, from what Clark just said, is I have to be ready for him to pick me up at 5:30. God damn. Oh well. I should have thought of that before I agreed to go at 6:54 in the morning. Huh. Whatever. I like to play golf, and I might be dying at first, but I will definitely not regret it because, I like to play golf. Yeah, I like to play golf, so it's not a big deal. I'm sure, I'll regret it at first, but I'll be like, yeah, this is cool. It'll be nice outside too, so not a big deal. Um, yeah. This fight went all 3 rounds, and yet they're still taking like what feels like the longest ass time in between to get the next fight started. But they're showing some highlights from Diego Lopez in Lux Fighting Championship Fight League. I don't know. But it looks like he's got some pretty decent striking, and they showed him getting some submissions as well. So he looks like a pretty decent overall fighter. Um, I hate his fucking hair though. He's got this stupid ass hair. If you're watching, you know what the fuck I'm saying. His hair is shit, and I hate it. Uh, but either way, looks like a pretty decent fighter. So we'll see what he has for Evloev. Well, he's all Clark's all trying to make me feel better about the timing so early, and I'm just like, yeah, motherfucker, but you ain't on here on the podcast drinking with me. You're not gonna be up that late, I bet. This fool's probably gonna go to bed at like 9:30. Just kidding. I don't know. I'm just fucking around. I always give Clark shit. I'm sure if you've seen any of the podcasts with us, you know that. Anybody that knows me knows I give Clark shit. It's fun. We give each other shit. That's why I love him though, because he takes it you know, with grace. He doesn't get all pissed off. We give each other shit. That's what happens. Oh my god. All right, Justin. Hey, thank you for, showing up and interacting with me. I appreciate that. Jump back on later if you get a chance. Otherwise, thanks again for checking in. And good luck on your bets, man. I'll be rooting for you too. Kinda. Because I'm not rooting for Cejudo. But I mean not Cejudo, but Burns. Anyway, peace out, brother. Thanks again. Wow. Yeah, it feels super weird texting while I'm on here when I have nobody else to like kind of throw it to. No one else is on here to jump in and say anything or be talking to me while I'm doing that. I feel bad because I don't like having dead air. That's why when I'm on the podcast, I even like hate taking a drink sometimes because I take a second and then it's like nobody's talking. But anyway, as of right now, if you're watching, Evloev is walking out at the moment, so that's where I'm at. Taking off his sweater, walking up to get checked. So he's got some weird fucking walkout music. I'll tell you that much. So they're saying Evloev, so I guess that's how you say his name. But I thought it was Evloev. I don't fucking know, man. These motherfuckers have some hard ass names. Mo- uh, like I'm not a language expert, so I don't know how to pronunciate these fucking names correctly. Russian, Brazilian, Portuguese, not Portuguese, stupid. That is Brazilian. But Russian names, Dagestani names, fucking all, Canadian, French, all this other shit, man. There's so many fucking names. It's hard as shit to, and I tell myself, oh yeah, you can do it. You hear these names all the time. It's tough, man. I suck. Like it's hard enough for me to talk English. to talk in English. See what I'm saying? I just fucking it up. But and then you want me to fucking pronounce Movzar Evloev? I don't fucking know anymore, man. So many different ways to say it. I just try to say it as closely as I can. But here's the problem. I get annoyed myself when I know how to say a name like Habib Nurmagomedov. I hate when people's like, but okay, no. Tonight, Bilal Muhammad. If you listen to someone like Chael Sonnen, motherfucker can't say Bilal. He says Belial or Belial. Belial. I can't even say it incorrectly like he says it because it's so fucking annoying. Like, I don't get it. But, I guess maybe people get annoyed with fucking me too, not saying it correctly. Oh, Diego Lopez walked out first. I completely fucking missed it. So, yeah, that's me not paying attention. Too busy texting with fucking Clark over here, ruining my night, telling me I have to be up so goddamn early. I'm just kidding, Clark, if you're listening. I'm going to ask him too. Are you at least watching? I'm like, are you at least watching the podcast or the fights? Fucking asshole. He's probably not watching the podcast, but I bet he's watching the fights. Well, anyway, anybody got a favorite in this fight? Movzar Evloev versus Diego Lopez. A lot of people probably don't even know who Diego Lopez is. And I don't blame him. Evloev has been, in the UFC. Actually, I want to check his record for the UFC. I know he's obviously, like I said, 16-0. 16-0 in MMA overall, but I want to know what his record is in just the UFC. All right, here we go. Evloev versus Lopez. Evloev is 1, 2, 3. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-0 in the UFC. Oh my god. Diego Lopez coming out with some big strikes right away, man. Holy shit. So Evloev is 6-0 in the UFC. Oh shit, really? Hold on. I did not realize that stayed on. Let me turn that off. Oh shit. Oh shit. Lopez putting it on strong. He tagged Evloev. Oh shit. Mozart dropped him. And now Diego's going for an ankle lock. Or a knee bar, maybe. Okay. Evloev turned it around. Oh shit. Yeah, his knee is still caught up, going like in a weird direction. All right, he's out. Evloev on top. Lopez trying to go for a triangle. Holy shit. This is high pace too, man. Fuck. Evloev looks like he's trying to maybe gather himself because I think he got rocked a little bit. But Lopez got rocked too. That's why he dropped. Oh, big elbow from Evloev on top. So they're just on the ground. Lopez is on his back. Evloev just dropped an elbow, but they're kind of just fighting for position here. Evloev's just tagging the body a little bit. Ooh, good elbows on the bottom from Diego Lopez. That makes up for his stupid hair. I keep harping on his hair, but I can't fucking stand it. Oh shit. Evloev dropping some pretty heavy hammer fist down on Lopez. Oh shit. Oh shit. He's got an armbar. Oh, Diego Lopez has Evloev in an armbar. Evloev has his knee underneath one of the legs of Lopez though, and that's how he's fighting it off. He's not letting it get extended. Oh shit, he got out. And he's up on top in Lopez's guard. Wow. That was really close to being over. A minute 38 left in the first round. It's been pretty exciting so far. I don't even want to look away. But I'm trying to text my wife to get me my ice. Ooh, Evloev dropping some good strikes on top. That was a big right hand too. And he's sneaking in some hammer fists in there. Lopez can't seem to get off his back though. He's trying to maybe sneak an armbar in there or get a triangle one. No, it looks like he's trying for that arm. That's what he had before he got that armbar. Oh, no, he has a leg. Oh, okay, so he's trying to get like a knee bar in there. Holy shit. Evloev's trying to drop bombs on his head, but it's not really working. Yeah, Diego Lopez has some good fucking submissions. Jiu-jitsu, whatever, you know what I mean. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. He has the triangle too at the Saved by the Bell, man. That could have turned into something bad for Evloev. I think Evloev needs to come out and be a little bit more guarded when it comes to getting into those exchanges and make sure that he's going to have the upper hand, because if he gets in too close, Lopez looks like he's ready to take him down and just, work for a submission. So, and he's definitely pretty good on the ground with those submission attempts. Evloev's corner's telling him that in the half guard, Diego Lopez doesn't have any good attacks. So, I mean, I guess he's saying maybe don't be worried in the half guard because he doesn't seem to know what to do when he's in the half guard. That's kind of weird because usually in half guard, there's more of a. Ooh, that was a nasty armbar. Holy shit. Yeah, that was a pretty entertaining first round. I mean, there's a little bit of a lull here and there, but nothing crazy. Not like the last fight. Evloev. I'm trying to get the name down correctly. If nothing else, maybe I come out of this with a better understanding and a better pronunciation of some of these names. Right now, they're just kind of filling each other out. Evloev, kind of a big shot behind the ear. Oh, good lead left uppercut by Evloev. Ooh, that was a good uppercut by Lopez too. Shit, they're both leading with the like quick uppercut, and they're both landing it. It's kind of nice. Lopez with a couple combinations in there. Just kind of circling each other now. I think they've come to the point where they know that they'll both get landed on if they try to rush in. So they're trying to be a little more tactical and a little more calculated. Ooh, Big straight left by Evloev. Oh shit, that was a good combination. I think if Evloev keeps picking his shots correctly, he's gonna keep landing and wear out Lopez, and he's gonna be able to sneak in a real big shot in there somewhere and drop him. Ooh, shit. It's a good exchange there. They both kind of landed a punch. I think Evloev landed an extra one in there, though. And I bet my wife's taking a shower or something because she hasn't responded just when I need my ice. I might have to abandon the podcast for just a second. Oh, shit. Maybe some clash of heads right there, it looked like. Now Evloev is going for the takedown, which doesn't seem very smart, so I wonder if he got hurt. Yeah, because Lopez has had some significant submission attempts on his back. Why would you take him down and wind up in his guard? Yeah, that was a weird choice. Evloev's got his head in Lopez's chest, just kind of trying to maybe keep from getting stuck in some kind of a submission attempt. He's in his full guard though, and Lopez has his feet locked up. So, I mean, now he's holding him from posturing, but Evloev is landing. Oh, body head, body head, body head. Oh shit! He just keeps landing those punches. Oh, now he's got a couple big hammer fists. Lopez is looking for that armbar again. Oh shit! Evloev is landing really good shots on the ground. Lopez has a butterfly guard, trying to push him off, but Evloev is just taking advantage and taking and landing those shots. Jesus, holy shit! Here we go. Big ground and pound. Diego Lopez trying with that butterfly guard to kick him off, but it's not working. And now Evloev falls back into the full guard, and Lopez has double underhooks holding him from posturing. We got 25 seconds left in the second round. At this point, I think I have Evloev winning the second round at least. The first round is kind of tough because of all those submission attempts from Lopez. But I mean Evloev landed some really good significant strikes from the ground, being on top and standing on the feet. So kind of tough to call that first round, but I would say for sure the second round belongs to Evloev. So Diego Lopez is a little busted up right now. He's got what looks like a couple cuts on his face, which doesn't surprise me considering all those uh grazing punches they keep landing when he's on the ground. Man. Yeah, some of those shots were even bigger than I thought. I mean, they looked pretty nasty. All right, here we go. Start of the third and final round. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think Evloev is up 2 rounds to nothing, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 1-1 right now. Ooh, Diego Lopez coming out with some good combinations off the top. Oh shit. Big shot missed by Lopez. They're tying up against the cage right now. Ivloyev is trying to get those big shots in, but he's not landing flush like he was before. DC's talking about the big elbow by Ivloyev. DC's talking about the missed shots by Ivloyev not following up. Oh shit. Now Lopez is on the ground. Ivloyev is dropping down some hammer fists, but he's in the full guard. But he has Lopez kind of halfway on the cage. And now he took his back. They're on their feet. Ivloyev trips him and takes him down. But Lopez is back on his feet with Ivloyev on it around his waist on his back. Oh shit. What up? Hold on. I gotta fix some stuff. I'll get you on in just a second. Oh, it started at 7. Nobody, man. Nobody's here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, nobody's here. It's just been me trying to keep it going, you know. But no big deal. Cause I've been you know what? We'll just leave it like this. Fuck it. Here we go. Hey, DJ Magic's in the house. What's
What
going
up?
on,
I'm
man?
making a beverage.
Yeah.
Nothing. I just had to go do
Oh
some
shit,
family
Diego.
stuff and try and make a marinade for some carne asada. And then I totally forgot I don't have a grill, or I do have a grill, but I don't want to use that janky ass grill. So yeah, fun times.
Nice. Well, there you go. Now you can see the fights. Diego Sanchez, god damn it. Diego Lopez just had a fucking deep armbar going, or Kimura, going on Evloev, but yeah, looks
These
like
seem
Evloev
kind
got
of
out of it.
tiny. Are these like featherweights or?
Yeah, featherweights. You're right on.
Let's say almost like two yoked meth heads fighting.
Nah, 145. So that's pretty goddamn small.
Two meth heads fighting.
Yeah. Oh man.
I could say that I haven't been 145 since probably 6th grade, maybe.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was 145 when I was like 10 years old, probably. Oh shit. Knee bar. Diego Lopez trying to sink it in on
that looks
Evloev.
like
Evloev shaking his head saying he's good. Oh, he just bent the leg, so he's good. 12 seconds left. 11, 10 in round 3. Oh shit. Diego Lopez still trying to get that knee bar. Evloev trying to hold up. He's good. 2 seconds, 1 second, saved by the goddamn bell. Holy shit.
I don't think that's saved by the bell, dude. I think
wouldn't
that
have been able
dude's
to hold
knees
that.
hyperextend.
We'll see.
No,
Yeah,
for real, because my legs hyperextend like that, and the dude's just sitting there like, you think you're actually doing something? That doesn't hurt. That's a good stretch. I appreciate that, you know. Like that's that glute stretch and the sciatic nerve stretch.
Yeah.
Like when you're able to hyperextend like that.
Dude, there was
I see him going for the arm. That's an arm bar, right?
Yep. And he had it too, but he
damn.
For just a second he let it slip and the other dude was able to get out. This was a pretty decent fight. The first one wasn't very exciting, so it was a little tough trying to, stay in it. So what kind of marinade were you doing?
Oh, dude, I thought he was about to dead leg him. Like, oh shit, he
Well,
brought it back old school and got him with a dead leg.
I'm sure that was a dead leg, but they know how to work through it. What kind of marinade were you doing?
It's actually one of see. Look at that. That look at his leg, dude. That's a stretch.
Look
Look
at
at
his
the dude
face
whose
though.
leg.
Look at his face. He doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly. That's what I'm like. That dude's like, ooh, that's a nice, good stretch there. That's a good burner. Like that's the sign of somebody whose legs hyperextend like mine do. Like
Yeah.
I had a friend try and do that, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Like
You're like,
that's
leave me
not doing
alone.
much of anything.
Evil
No,
have
I
got the
did.
win. Let's see.
Who's Evila?
The guy on the left. Yep.
Okay, okay. Well, if the other dude got a haircut, he may have won.
That's exactly what I said. I hate that fucking dude's hair. Holy shit, I hate it.
So I did a. It's actually the first time I've really done a actual somebody's recipe for a marinade. Like normally when I've done carne asada, I've just done like my Camp 8 seasoning, some teriyaki, some lemon, whatever. I actually did like followed the ingredients of the recipe, but I didn't follow the amounts.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was like orange juice, lime juice, lemon juice. Um, they had a bunch of seasonings in it, but I'm like, well, all of that is in Camp 8 and then some. So I'm just going to use Camp 8. um, and then I added some green onions. I chopped up a jalapeno, put it all in the food processor along with some extra garlic, some extra cilantro. Like they were like, oh, use a half a bushel of cilantro. I'm like, yeah, I like cilantro. Added some additional cumin in it. And it smells good. I made a lot of it because I think it was like, oh, this is for if you're using 1 or 2 pounds of steak. I was like, I got this Food Max like 4-pound package of carne asada. So I just at the end I was like, I think I could use some more stuff. Let me just increase the volume. So I used that. I marinated the carne asada and I had some left over. So I poured it over some chicken. I was like, I'm sure this will be fine.
Nice.
So yeah. And then I was like, oh, I did that this morning because my mom had to go get her hair done. And she decided to wake me up to go do that and act like, well, you should have known. And I'm like, you literally woke me up out of dead sleep to tell you, like, how are you going to rush somebody when they asleep? So anyway, yeah, I was like, I did that this morning, like probably at like 9 or 10 when I got home. I made it and I was like, all right, I'll marinate it for 4 hours and then I'll fire up the grill. And she has her grill out back, and I had used it before, but I forgot that we had a lot of storms. So the grates on the grill are rusted.
Oh
I was
shit.
like, yeah, I'm not cooking on this. I started scraping it and I was like, yeah, no. I don't think you can I don't think you could do anything to get rid of rust. And that means
Yeah.
and that was one of the things that when I was looking for with a new grill, I don't want metal grates because they rust.
Right.
Ceramic grates really don't rust. They get dirty and funky, but they don't rust. So
Yeah.
and then I was like, shit. And literally that was I guess my neighbors were I got new neighbors and they did something. I heard something about a fight and I was like, oh shit, what time is it? Ding. I was like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. Oh, I only missed an hour. Let me run out there. and then now here I am. So, and I still have no idea. I think I'm going to, apparently you could cook carne asada on a cast iron skillet or in the oven with a broiler.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. These are actually thicker than normal carne asada, though. These are pretty fucking thick. Who the fuck is that dude? That dude looks like a comedian. Oh, it's Action.
Yeah.
He has dude, have you watched his food show?
Not in a while.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I don't think he came back out with it, but after that
Okay.
1 or 2 seasons. But
Yeah.
dude, he went to some spots. I was like, damn, if I won the lottery, I think that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would just go around and be a fat kid. I'm like, I'm gonna go eat some stuff that just looks really good, and I've always wanted to try it, and just YouTube it or blog it like he did, make it into a TV show.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. I'm just trying to redo some stuff here so it doesn't look so weird. We don't have a bunch of empty shit going on.
Oh, I can't really see it. Well, I'm sure if I went to the YouTubes, I could see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just moving things around, resizing a little bit, doing it on the fly because I don't feel like doing the whole studio mode, fucking all that bullshit. Who cares? Anybody's
I
watching and
should
they
hit up
care that
Mike.
much?
I
Why's
should
that?
hit up Mike because I know he's watching the fight somewhere.
Oh yeah, he said
And
he
I was
was with.
like, you could just join the room with your phone, right? Because I was originally going to do, because I did that when we originally started.
Yeah.
Before I had the computer, everything, I joined the room with my phone and just do it from there. But I don't know. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Yeah, it's all good. I figured he's probably just, hanging out, whatever. So
I'm surprised Cremo didn't come on. I thought, well, actually, I'm
me,
not surprised Cremo didn't come on.
well, I kind of am because he sounded like every time I talked to him about it or said anything about it, it seemed like he was going to be in. But all right, I'm done trying to make this even and shit. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Anyway,
just leaving.
yeah. I figured while I had some time here between fights, I would just, try to make it a little better. But
And
anyway,
I take
yeah,
it Trent's busy.
yeah, she's getting ready to move out. So, they've been
Okay,
working
there's
on,
that.
yeah, they've been working on getting they rented a little condo. But it
Okay.
needed, it's fine. It's in good condition, but there's little stuff here and there, some stuff with the walls, and they actually have the a little bit of time before they both have to, like Trent doesn't have to move whenever she can move whenever she wants. And her girlfriend
Right.
has some time. She's kind of going to be breaking a lease, I think, or something. I don't know. Maybe she worked it out. I don't know. Either way, they have time. So they're trying to get everything set up and doing a little bit of painting, putting some stuff up here and there and getting everything ready. And they're going to fully move in like after next weekend.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay.
yeah. I think we're actually moving Trent on Mother's Day, which is kind of weird, but we don't really have a lot going on. We're just going to be hanging out. So my wife
That's the
was like,
greatest Mother's Day gift of
I
all,
know.
to have the child leave the house.
Yeah. We're both in that mode where we're just kind of like trying to figure out if it's a real great thing or if we're like we're just sad, because she's the first one to go, so it's like tough to deal with. But I mean, it's good for her. It's
How
good.
many
I'm
more you
glad.
got left?
Well, there's only two of them, but she's our youngest.
Okay, but you still got one there, right?
Yeah, but she's hardly ever here. Like
You don't sweat it.
she's always with her boyfriend or, or they're out doing like basically spends every weekend with her at her boyfriend's house cuz he doesn't like to leave
She's
his
low
house.
key moved out. She treats y'all, as my dad would say, she treats y'all like a hotel motel. She just comes there to get rest.
Yeah, like she comes here to shower, change, like this is where she keeps her stuff. So yeah, that's why it
Right.
is. I just have to, I'm just trying to deal with it. Like it is what it is. I know they're going to move out. I know that it's bound to happen. I'm lucky to have had them for this long, so I can't complain too much. But
Are
it's
you
still
sad about
tough.
it?
I am sad about it. I am sad
All
about
right.
it.
I'm going to give you some reasons why not to be sad about it. Now, these are not like these are legit reasons to like kind of like console you, like, hey, it's gonna sound fucked up because, and no way take this as a jab at your daughters or anything, or children, and for all of those who have parents. But it's
Yeah.
like when a pet dies, they're in a better place. So think of it this way: your child is going to be in a better place where they now have full responsibility. It means they have taken so long, and because they've been there a while, they've learned the essence or the need or the value of money,
Yeah.
the value of paying your bills on time. And now you and your wife could go back to being freaks like you were before they were even born. You could do whatever you want to do.
Maybe on the
at any
weekends.
time.
I mean, that's the thing. We still got to worry about the other one showing up whenever. Her and her boyfriend will show up randomly.
Nope. You remember the episode of the Cosby Show where they made Denise think she was good enough to move out on her own, and they empty out the house or the room? That's what you got to do.
No, but I'm talking
play a different character.
My older one is still living here. That's what I'm saying.
I know that. Oh, that's what I'm saying. So set it up, empty out the room. So when she comes home, she's like, oh, you need room for the night? Oh, okay. That's $19.99. I'm gonna need a credit card for deposit. Continental breakfast. Kind of give them that push of, hey, your other sister moved out. Maybe it's time for you to move out. But
shit.
Why is my camera all messed up?
I was gonna ask,
the wrong way. It's probably because my desk is off-centered because it's one's been sitting here longer than the other, so they're uneven. But that's all right. But yeah, that way Trim be like, hey, I moved out. I didn't have to be embarrassed about having to rent my own room out and whatnot. And then you and your wife could be like, hey, the kids are gone. You can make one an actual studio now, or give a dog a room, or create a room for your wife so she can have a chill out room. What did they call it? A she shed. She can have a sheesh room.
That's what's funny. I already have this room, so I'm set up here. I mean, there's really no difference if I went into the only way I could make a big difference is if I took over my bedroom, because all these bedrooms are kind of the same. If any of them are a little bit bigger, it's not by much. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but my older daughter is actually going to move her desk because she does our office where my wife is going to be working out of now. She's going to start working from home. Her office is has my older daughter's desk in it too. They kind of share it. Well, my older daughter's going to move her stuff over to my younger daughter's room now that she's gone. So they're both going to have their own office. We're all going to have our own rooms. Plus my older daughter has her bedroom. And then we have our bedroom. So it's going to be more rooms are dedicated to being offices / podcast room than there is living areas.
Good to know that if I ever need to move back to Arizona, somebody's got an open room.
Yeah. It's a 5-bedroom house. And my younger daughter lived. She stayed in the room up front, which is considered the in-law or the mother-in-law quarters or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's part of the house, right? But it's right next to the front door, and up there's its own bathroom, her room, and there's a coat closet ahead of it, and then you got to walk down a real short hallway before you get to the kitchen and everything. So it's its own area. So yeah, this house is cool, but if the rooms were a little bigger, that'd be nice. Otherwise, I can't.
That dude in the plaid shirt does not look happy to be there.
No, he does not. And he's got massive bags under his eyes. Holy shit.
Is he a trainer? He doesn't look at that. He doesn't really look like he knows what to do.
Yeah.
He just got to do the whole.
He might be a relative. He might be a relative that they let walk out with her or some shit. They do that sometimes. Anyway, just so everyone knows, we're getting ready to start Yan Xiaonan versus Jessica Andrade. This basically Yan Xiaonan is coming out right now, walking into the cage. Jessica Andrade will make her walk out in a minute. But yeah, this is the third fight of the card. Next up, we'll have the co-main event, which is Bilal Muhammad versus Gilbert Burns. And I'll let everyone know once we get started here, when the fight actually starts. But yeah, everybody pretty much.
Wait, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, she comes out with this crazy headdress. We've watched. Actually,
is that a she or a he? Because it's
a she.
I'm just saying.
I'm pretty sure she was on one of the other pay-per-views we did a fight companion for.
Yeah, the whole little shoot the arrow thing.
And yeah, the last fight that we did a fight companion for, Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. He
Uh-huh.
does that too. He comes out with the headdress and he does the arrow shooting thing. I think they're from the same region. That's why. Some
Okay.
Brazilian thing. Yeah, I don't know. But fun fact, this chick has an OnlyFans.
I don't know, dude. I'm seriously questioning. Like, I'm
and
still. Let me take my
for
glasses off. I don't even.
and
This is too close for me to wear glasses. Hold on.
this time
I'm
I'm
checking for an Adam's apple.
this time I'm saying for true research purposes to disprove your like thoughts at the moment. I've seen her OnlyFans and she definitely is a girl.
All right, let me see. What is Jessica Andrade
Yeah.
OnlyFans?
I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably not going to like what you see, but you're going to know she's a girl. Or you might like it. A lot of the forums I looked at, they all liked it. I don't know. I'm not into it.
Um,
Did you find it?
I found something else. I just did a
Oh
Google
shit.
search for it, and it brought stuff up.
Did you put nude after her name?
No, I literally just put Jessica Andrade and I typed OnlyFans.
Did it show you anything?
So it showed a whole lot. It's still showing a
Oh.
whole lot, but it doesn't look. Oh, hold on. Let me see. What did you say? It doesn't look. She could pass as a dude. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I'm not saying it's almost as if she could be what's her face? I called her my future ex-wife for a really long time, and then she was like, "No, I don't want to be. I want to be androgynous." She's going for the androgynous look.
I don't know. Are we talking about like an actress?
Yeah, she was on John Wick, and she was Batwoman, Ruby
Oh, Halle
Rose.
Berry. Oh.
No,
No, you said Batwoman. I thought you said Catwoman. I'm sorry. I
no,
thought you
no,
said she
Ruby
was
Rose.
Catwoman. Okay, Ruby
But
Rose.
Ruby
Yeah, I got you.
Rose definitely looks better than Andrade, Jessica
Yeah,
Andrade. But
Andrade.
Jessica Andrade, whatever, looks like she's trying to be a Ruby Rose, but she is way too fit
Ruby Rose has
for
that
that.
feminine kind of beauty to
Yes.
her. Yeah. Andrade
And
looks like
Jessica Andrade looks
a little
like a
boy, kind
dude.
of. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, just to be
I'm
official
sorry.
here. No, I know exactly what you're saying. I told you might not like what you see. Here we go. We're about to get started. Oh my god. Are
Oh,
you serious? I just fixed all this shit and it's not working again.
what?
I fixed. Oh, it's because oh fuck, I changed it again. That's why. Oh, I didn't. Why is it not coming up?
Oh, I shouldn't say that word live. All right. Timex. What
What?
is Xiaomi? I want to call her Xiaomi, and I know that's not her name.
Yan Xiaonan.
Yan. I'm just gonna call her Yan. Yan looked
Okay.
like she went in and was about to do a reverse crescent kick, like right off the bat. Like that is just stereotypical. Like, don't be that. And then she was like, Nah, let me stop. Let me not do that. She
So
definitely looked like she was about to do a rear round, yeah, a rear roundhouse kick.
wow. All right. So my shit's just not working. That's cool. I'll just let it go. I had
What's
my
up?
little
What is
pop
it supposed to be doing?
I had my little like visuals, like my little graphics popping up for every fight. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, because I keep changing scenes, for some reason it doesn't want to work anymore.
You may have to reload the scene.
Nah, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't really
Now the
care.
question is, now I'm curious. Jan,
She doesn't have anything as far as I know.
I forgot how do you spell her last name?
It's X Xiaonan, XIAONAN.
Oh, Xiooanan.
Xioanan.
Hold on. I don't know why that Xioan.
Ooh, Andrade is just throwing heavy punches right now.
But it brought up Claudia Gadella.
Oh, yeah. She's hot, though. What up, Clark? Clark is in the chat. He should be on here, but he's being a little bitch.
He should be on the show, but thank you. Took the words out of my mouth. Acting like a little bitch right now.
This motherfucker is coming by at 5:30 in the morning. Oh, shit. Yan Xiaonan just dropped Jessica Andrade, and they just stopped the fucking fight. That's an early stoppage, if you ask me. I don't think they should have stopped it.
Why would it? Why did?
But she did drop
Hold
her.
on, you got to repay that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. People get dropped all the time.
I know. I don't think that should have been stopped. Andrade looked like she was fine, but I mean, I can understand she got dropped, but she didn't. It didn't even look like her eyes were closed or rolling back or nothing. So that was kind of an early stoppage. I don't think that was right.
All right, we need to see a replay of this.
Oh, by the way, can you hear the sound?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it would work going through to you guys.
Yeah.
I just had it on kind of
low. Oh, that was a wild ass throw.
Ooh. Yeah, it was a good overhand right. Dropped her. She did drop a few punches on the ground, but I don't think she was done.
Yeah, that was definitely he's fucking her. That ref was fucking her. Look, because look at that. Look at that. She's defensive.
Yeah, she was
like, okay, she missed, she swung, she slipped. You can see her ankle slip. Lost balance, went down. The other chick's jumping on her, like, "Oh, I'm about to fuck you up."
Yeah,
but when she did that, Andrade is on the ground, and she's purely she's not boxing defensive, like, "Oh no, don't punch me." She's not covering up. She's got her arms out. You got to be conscious to do that.
Yeah. Clark saw, that's not the case. Just so everyone knows, in Clark's defense, he has a good reason for not being on, and it's fine. I accept Clark? his kid is sick and he's helping making sure that the kid's okay. So I understand. It's fine. But we got to give you shit, Clark. I don't give a fuck.
Clark, is this Clark's first kid?
Yeah, it is.
That's why. You're being a little bitch. I don't even have kids. I have god kids, and those god kids have kids. And even they were like, yeah, they'll get over it. There's nothing, unless that child is throwing up right now and you got them laying on their side and you're wiping up puke or whatever.
Oh, that's her.
Maybe that dude's an interpreter.
That's her translator, yeah.
Yo, you definitely should have got dressed up more for this.
I know, that's a weird shirt.
Dixon flannel. So Clark, yeah, your kid's probably gonna be sleeping, may cry and wallow around. That has nothing to do with you. Could still be on a podcast doing whatever you want to do while your child is doing all that. You ain't.
He also has a wife that he has to make sure is okay while the kid is sick because she's dealing with him. So I get it, but I still got to give him shit. I don't care. Dealing with the kid, and then dealing with Clark is like dealing with the kid.
So you're telling me that Clark can't be on here because Clark is dealing with the kid. By that he means his wife is dealing with the kid, and he has to deal with the wife.
He said, "Magic's, who would trust you with their kid?"
Lots of people, and they're all grown up now.
It sounds to me like Magic's was the babysitter back in the day, from everything I hear from Tommy. So
yes, Tom's kid. Our friend Art's his daughter, and look, they both have kids of their own now, so they made it.
Oh shit! Hey, did you make a drink or what?
What? Click.
Did you make a drink?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Cheers.
I just put it in my Stay Cool cup.
I heard you say something about making a drink. I just didn't know if you actually did it.
Yes. I actually used real Diet Pepsi this time. Now I didn't have to make my own.
Oh, okay.
So with these, I could put in my Soda Stream and make my own Diet Pepsi. But Yeah.
Is that what you've been drinking lately out of the Soda Stream? How is that working for you?
It tastes just like Diet Pepsi.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. And so this one bottle says makes 9 liters.
God damn.
Yeah.
I
It's
wish I
pretty
knew
dope.
how to,
I wish you knew how to what?
I wish I knew how to speak Japanese or Mandarin or Chinese, whatever the fuck they're speaking. So I could just like spit some shit off right now. That's all. I don't even know what that means.
So see, I didn't say shit earlier because you're going live. So somebody is gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, cancel Big E."
I'm not making fun of him.
People.
I was repeating what it sounded like. I did not do the stereotypical fucking.
That would be like if I wanted to be Mexican and said Pepsi Cola.
Hey,
that's what
everybody does
like.
it. Where is El Bathrumo? Where is El Kitchen? That's what I know, but that's what people say.
I don't even know how to say kitchen. What's kitchen is man? Donde kitchen?
Cucina, something like that. I don't fucking know.
Fuck that. Donde taqueria. That's what I need. There you go. Right? Or carne asada. What is carne asada, by the way?
Carne asada? Oh,
no,
Sydney
carne asada.
Ooh, how you doing? Hold on, I'm sorry. Hey, Don Fry.
Hey, with a U of A. Who's that dude next to him?
I don't know.
The U of A hat looks very familiar.
Who is that goofy motherfucker? Phil Murphy? 56 governor. Nobody gives a fuck about that.
Nobody gives a fuck about that, dude.
Hey, Jamal Hill. Yeah. What were we saying? Carniceria? That's just meat market. Mexican meat market.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. I know taqueria, but I never knew what carne asada. I don't even know how to say it.
Carniceria.
Carniceria. Oh my god.
Dude, Gilbert.
I don't have my tongue ring in, so I can't roll my R's like I normally can.
That's what you
need? I learned how to roll my R's properly with my tongue ring in. And now that I don't have it in, I haven't had it in for years, I can't roll my R's because when my tongue gets to that position, it expects the bar and the ball there. And it just is like, oh, this isn't right. Oh, no, stop it.
I had my tongue pierced for a long time too, and I totally forgot I even had it anymore. I'm so past. Like, how long have you had it out? When was the last time? When did you take it out?
Whenever my last major,
you probably don't even remember.
I had to. It was no. I took it out and I kept it out because I had to keep going in for MRIs and CT scans, so I kept having to take it out.
Yeah,
and I just was like, I'm fucking sick and tired of doing this. So it's probably been at least 6 or 7 years. But actually probably more like 10 years, 2023. So yeah, about 10 years.
Mine's been out for a long ass time.
About maybe a year or two, I'll have one of my female friends before I moved. She'll be like, hey, you think you can still put your tongue ring in? I'm like, oh, let me try it. And I'll go grab one and pop it in. And it's been probably about 4 years since I've done that. So I don't think I'm pretty sure one side of the hole is definitely closed off. Because I know I could get it in, but it won't come out.
Ooh. I can't even like imagine doing it anymore. Like putting it in there. It's fucking weird.
So I don't even know if I can talk. I won't talk about that on the air. I'll just put it to you this way. I know I did it back in the day I was DJing like clubs and techno and house and raves and shit like that. So I usually had one that flashed. So like in a club, you just saw a flashing bulb. Then, I got a vibrating one and some other ones. And so it was a novelty during that era.
Yeah.
And I guess one chick was just like, oh, it's really good when he has the vibrating one. And there were like 2 chicks that were talking. I'm like, yeah, it's really good when the vibrating one. And one of my old female friends came up. She was like, oh, that's so cute. And they're like, oh, no, it's really good. It vibrates. It does this. She was like, yeah, have them take it out. And they looked at me like, what is she talking about? I was like, having the tongue ring in is like you're getting B- performance. taking the tongue ring out, you get professional. There's so many other things that could be done without the tongue ring in there. It's really just a novelty.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
and then she's like,
everybody
yeah,
thought,
but I have a tongue ring. I was like, yeah, and I don't like it when you have your tongue ring in.
everybody gave me shit. Well, some people gave me shit and was like, why do you have a tongue ring in? That's because you like to suck dick. And I'm like, shut up. Have you ever had? Yeah, I'm like, no, you don't know shit about anything. Shut up.
You don't. Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Either
Why don't you
way,
go ask your wife?
it's just like having a fuck. Go ask your mom, fool. No.
Right.
Fucking, it's just like having the eyebrow. You know what I mean? It's just fucking aesthetics. It's just like, oh, you're crazy. You got a tongue ring. Like I got that said to me so many times. I'm like, whatever. You know, yeah, it's a fucking. It was kind of weird at the same time, but it was the in thing, you know. So I had.
Oh yeah,
to.
definitely.
I had an eyebrow ring.
I
had an eyebrow piercing on this side. Actually, I did it twice, and both times I got in a fucking fight, and it got yanked out. It sucked.
So the weird thing was saying mine is I got my tongue pierced twice. So the first time I did it, it was I was working at MCI actually with Tom, and I just got out of training or whatever, and we're all gonna go party. I was like, yeah, it was like spring break. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get a tongue ring this weekend, whatever. And I got it done, and they were like, don't eat anything hard or solid. Stick with like mushy stuff like mashed potatoes. I was like, all right. But I was like, well, I'm going to drink slushies or whatever. I'm just going to do a liquid diet this weekend. I did a complete liquid diet, ended up in a hot tub, and let's just say there were toes of some female involved. And I do not like toes, but they were involved. Monday morning, I get into work, and I'm trying to answer the calls, and my soup was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, what is in your mouth? I was like, what are you saying about? He's like, look, man, if you can't do the job with that thing in your mouth, just go home. But you're in training, so if you go home, don't come back.
Oh, shit.
So I literally went in, and I had to take it out, and I had to wait like 3 more weeks. And I got it put in. That's why I have one hole on the top, but 2 exits on the bottom because I didn't get it right back in there. So when I put it in, I've got to try and get it into one of those exits. So the last time I tried it, it couldn't work on one. And I was like, I'm tired of sticking this metal thing in my mouth. I'm like, you're not even here. So why am I even bothering?
Oh, shit. All of this can be taken so wrong. And I'm looking down at Clark. At some point in time, Clark said that's what she said.
It's funny getting in this chat.
I don't even know when he said it, but he said it at some point. That's why I'm laughing so hard. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Clark in there just talking shit.
Oh, shit.
Right,
just to get back to the fights for a second, Gilbert Burns is now like getting ready to get into the cage. So we're about to get started on this co-main event. I'm excited for this fight. I think it's going to be really good. I fucking hate Gilbert Burns' hair. If anybody watched the podcast this past week, I made fun of Gilbert Burns and his stupid hair. And then same with Diego Lopez, who fought earlier too. I fucked the dude that you said, what the fuck is wrong with his hair?
So yeah. I'm going to say the same thing with this dude, but why do you not like his hair? Like, what is it just unkept?
I said,
looks like
it actually looked worse last time I saw him. But no, because it looks like a combination of a Jew fro, a regular fro, and some kind of longer Jerry curl. Like, what the fuck is he doing? And then the way he has it shaped
he's
and
light-skinned.
Ew, God damn it.
Oh, he's from Brazil. That's why.
Yeah, he's Brazilian.
He's not Blasian. He's Blaxican. That's what it is. That's a mix of black and Spanish hair right there. You see that he got the little baby hairs on the side there, right? When they did the wipe, they were wiping his baby hairs. That's Blaxican.
Honestly, I think Brazilians are like the legitimate Blaxicans. That's why I'm laughing so hard. There's so many. They're like just light-skinned black dudes, but yet they speak a language that sounds like Spanish. They got
It
that.
is, or
Yeah.
what, Hispanic, or I don't even Hisplan black. I don't know. We don't know how to say. But yeah, it's a mix of that's his hair, African and Hispanic hair. That's it. Blazing
Yeah.
dudes, blazing chicks get the same thing. Yeah, Jewish hair, he wouldn't have that. That would just be a straight up curl.
Well, yeah, it's like it's weird because it's like a tight curl, but yet not really curl. I don't know. Who cares? It's stupid. His fucking hair's stupid. He looks way better when he does like a tight fade and like it's short on the top too. Like it almost like it's like buzzed all the way around with like a number 2, but then it's like faded to a 1. It looks better like that. He
Damn, you
looks.
jocking to be this dude's barber? Like I'm go on the road with him and shit. Hey yo, let me hook you up with that number 2. I'll get you with that number 2 with a crossfade around the side. Then I'll go with the bald fade.
I was just trying to be descriptive.
I'm like, that's a little bit too descriptive. Like, yeah, I went with the number 2
I don't even know.
side,
I don't even know if that's the right way to say it.
No, that is. That's the fucked up part. I was like, is this dude gonna drop? Oh, I'm gonna taper him from a 0 down to a 4-0.
Oh shit!
That's what I think is a 4-0.
I'm crying over here. I shave my own head at all times, so like, I know a little.
There's a difference. So like the bottom of this dude's hair by his ear, that's a 0. Mm-hmm. If you do a 000, that would be. Yeah, I can't say anybody. It's almost bald, but it's almost like my hair.
Yeah.
Bald, but you can see there's a fade like that. The black dude's hair,
right?
The sides of his.
No, that's straight
his
skin.
Ear, that's not straight skin. Look by the bottom of his ear where that dread is hanging.
Shiny it is.
No, that's like a 0.
I'm talking about the dude in the background. My bad. The guy that's dancing and clapping.
No, I'm talking about the dude that's wiping him down right now.
Yeah, no, I got you.
The back of his head, that was like a 2-0 or a 1-0. The dude dancing in the back, that dude could have a 4-0, which means there's still hair there, but it looks like he's bald until you get really close.
Like a 5 o'clock shadow on your head?
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, let's see if this shit works. I'm
jealous of every single fighter that gets in and does that little bounce and they're crouched down on their knees, because I cannot do that anymore.
Because your knees don't hold up to that shit?
No, my knees would be snap, crackling, and popping on the way down. They would lock into place once they're there.
Yep. My knees make noise right now because, well, not only have I just been fucking big my entire life, so that doesn't help, but on top of that, I played baseball for a big amount of time in my life. So all the sliding and diving and fucking hard just running that I did.
And stopping.
Yeah. Back and forth. Yeah, I did that so much, my knees are fucked. So
I was at my I had some family relatives pop in. They came from Mississippi, and it's part of the other side of the family. They're a little but anyway, they just popped in on Friday, and it turns out it's the relative that connect me and one of my friends from Phoenix. Like, we joked around for years that we were cousins because our families are both from Mississippi, and our last names of our family names are very similar to us. And I found out that we were cousins, and he said, yeah, so-and-so, her name's, and I said, do you know Uncle Bunny and whatever? She was like, no, I know Bunny Lee. So Bunny Lou, who is my mom's cousin, popped into the house yesterday or on Friday. So she comes in and she's like, hey, I haven't seen you since you were a little teenager. Do you remember me? I was like, no. And my mom looked at me like I was being rude. You know, like parents, like our parents looked at us when we were kids, like, oh,
I was like, just say you remember.
I was like, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not going to lie to her. So I said, no, I don't. And she was like, oh, well, it's like that. I was like, no, I'm serious. I don't remember you. I know I remember your name because my aunts talk about you, but I don't ever remember meeting you. I said, you look like her cousin Finny. And she was like, yeah, that's my sister. I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. And she was like, well, why you say it like that? I said, because I found out one of my friends in Phoenix said his last name was a turnip. They're like turnip seed. I was like, yeah. It's like, yeah. And he said he mentioned a Bunny Lee. She's like, no, he meant Bunny Lou. That's me. And I was like, oh, by the way, your thing's working now.
Yeah, no, I just pressed it. Just so everyone knows, the fight's about to start. Bilal Muhammad versus Gilbert Burns. Let's get this shit going. But keep going, Magic. So I'm listening.
So she was like, well, how come you don't remember it? You remember all this other stuff. I said, I've had quite a few traumatic brain injuries since then. And my mom rolled her eyes. It was like, yeah, whatever. I was like, how would you know? I left home when I was 16 and I'm 47 now. I was like, yes, I've had several. I was like, I've rolled down a mountain 3 times. I crashed a motorcycle at 134 miles an hour. I went down a parking garage on rollerblades and slammed into a parked car at least twice.
On fucking rollerblades.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, so I've had some pretty traumatic brain injuries. I was like, not to mention years of playing football, baseball, soccer in the 80s and 90s when it was pretty much a contact sport.
Right.
I was like, so yeah, I don't remember a lot of things. I was like, oh, let's not forget. My brother gave me a concussion. My eldest brother gave me a concussion when I was probably 6 because I hit him in the head with a cast iron Tonka truck.
Oh, god damn.
And he literally punched me across the room and I hit the wall and I don't remember anything after that for probably about a good 2 days.
Jesus.
And my mom was like, you didn't have a concussion. I was like, how would you know if I had a concussion? This was the age of rub some dirt on it, take a nap, drink some 7-Up. It was nothing to you, but I'm the one that lived with the pounding headache for like 3 days.
Yeah. I still think that I have headaches these days the way that I do because of the multiple I had to have from what I remember, I had to have had a concussion at least about 3 to 5 times.
So, I'm sure. Did you ever play football?
No, I didn't play football, but I played football on the streets a few times.
But I
played soccer for like 2 years straight, every day at lunch and before school in elementary school, like 5th and 6th grade. And I played basketball a bunch where I fell and hit my head on the fucking concrete. Not to mention I played baseball a ton where I fucking hit my head real bad a few times, getting tagged while sliding, got hit in the head with a ball, all kinds of shit. So, and then after high school, during high school, after high school, whatever, I got into a couple fights where I got my bell rung a few times. So,
yes. So yeah, TDIs are a real thing, and not just for professionals.
Yeah, for sure. And then, well,
or TBIs. My bad. See, I didn't even flip that up.
What did you say? I thought you said TBI.
I said TDI.
Oh shit! I heard TBI. That's why I didn't even. Oh shit! Gilbert Burns taking down Bilal. He got right back up. No, I thought I heard TBI. That's why I didn't even correct you. But not to mention all the drugs and alcohol that I've had in heavy drug use and alcohol. So
right.
But
like, yeah, all right. It happens. Anyway, yeah. So I was like, oh yeah. I said my friend Sam, he's part of the Turnip Seed and I think Stewart. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, well, how did you piece that together? And I said, the Great Migration. And they all looked at me. I was like, that's what I call when all of y'all's kinfolks decided to move from Mississippi and go out west to California. Like literally the show Wagon Train. That was like our family. It was like, all right, everybody just hitch up. It's like a bunch of families got together and decided to migrate to California. And then some split off and went up to Chicago. And that's where our 2 main family zones are. Oh, shit. Oh, he got up. You're lucky.
Stumbled Gilbert with a left, straight left, I think it was. Oh shit! Now
I thought it was a kick.
No, I think Gilbert was trying to kick or something, but that was a left hook or a straight left. I'm not sure. Clark says many fights. I was there for the last ones. Well, you weren't there for my very last fight, Clark.
Because that was 2 days ago.
That was at another friend's house on the 4th of July a few years ago, and I choked a dude out and put him to sleep to the point where he was legitimately snoring. And then he still woke up and started shit. And then I had to fucking punch him a few times. And I was trying real hard not to knock him the fuck out because I thought that my friend didn't want me to. And turns out he said I should have. So, oh shit, Bilal with a question
That's what
mark
I think
kick.
he did the last time.
Oh
I could have
shit,
sworn that's how he got him the last time.
I think it was. They'll show it right now. But yeah, I think it's been like 3 or 4 years since 3 years, I think 2 or 3 years since I've been in a fight. But either way,
Look,
doesn't
man,
mean
we're
I
too
won't
old to
get
be
in
getting
a
in
fight.
fights.
I know that's what I'm saying. You know, I tell my kids that all the time. I'm like, hey, if you think I'm just gonna go fight somebody, you better make damn sure that there's a good reason, because I might just get my gun and shoot somebody.
That's I mean, that right there. That right there is the. So anyone who's ever taken a concealed weapons class, especially in Arizona, they tell you, you know, if you have the opportunity to leave a situation and you choose not to, you're not in a justified situation to use your firearm, because when you go to court, the judge is going to say, well, you could have just left,
Yeah,
but you chose not to.
right.
So that's what I think of now, because if I go in and say I'm going to get into a fist fight, I'm at that point in time going through everything I went through in the last, especially the last few years of Valley Fever, COVID, everything.
Hold on, pause. Start of round 2, 455, 453. Here we go. Just so everyone knows, I'm pretty sure Bilal Muhammad won that first round. He stumbled Gilbert Burns twice. Gilbert didn't go down, but it was significant shots that stumbled him. So at this point, it's 1-0 Bilal Muhammad, and it is a 5-round fight, even though it's not for a title or an interim title, because that was requested by Bilal and Gilbert. And sometimes co-main events get 5 rounds. So just as an update, I wanted to throw that in there.
5-minute rounds.
Yeah, 5-minute rounds. That's usually reserved for any kind of championship fight or just a main event in general. Like the fight nights don't have championship fights on them usually, but they are main event fights. So the last fight is usually 5-minute rounds. But this is a co-main event, and it doesn't have a belt attached to it, but they're still going 5 rounds because that's what was requested by them. It is a title eliminator fight, which means whoever wins this fight will be next up for the title in the welterweight division.
Yeah, I don't think that's legitimate sizes, because I always thought UFC was, hey, this is supposed to be street fight. It's not boxing. It's not
that was
wrestling.
back in the
mix.
Back in the day, yeah.
Nobody fights for 25 minutes.
That's true, but these guys are high-level athletes that train to fight for 25 minutes. They usually go in sparring. They go 7 to 10 minute rounds. That way, they're overcompensating for the amount of time they need to, not gas out. But yeah, that's just the nature of the sport. I don't know. Oh shit! Big right hand by Gilbert.
No rounds, just fight. Whoever wins, wins. Like a street fight.
That's how it used to be back in the day. I mean, there's still they still like they'll do, like Pride used to do. The first round was 10 minutes, and then they would do 2 5-minute rounds after that. So pretty much like most fights would end in the first round because somebody would get tired and get knocked the fuck out or submitted, right?
And then they should put on shot collars. So if they bullshit around like this, after too long, they both get shocked. Yeah, well, I've just come up with a new sport.
That would be cruel and unusual punishment, I think.
No, ultimate street fighting.
That might be reserved for.
It would be bare knuckle.
So
no, it wouldn't be bare knuckle. You would get wrapped. You know, you put the wrap on, then you put the glove on. You could get wrapped. That's it. Shot collar. 15-minute time limit. Because most fights could take up to probably like 15 minutes. Yeah. Like, especially if you move from room to room or from inside the bar to outside the bar, whatever. 15-minute. Actually, not even 15, 12-minute. You get a 12-minute fight. That's it. And then you get shot collar, if you start doing this taunting around, I mean, after in a normal fight, 2 minutes, like this reminds me of a high school shit. Like when they do this taunting and pacing back and forth, like this, without throwing a punch, 2 minutes max for like a high school or a college fight. And then it's on and popping. So after 2 minutes, you start getting shot collared.
So partly to your point, there was a brand new organization that just had their first fight that is promoted by Gamebred, Jorge Masvidal, who's an ex-UFC fighter. He just retired this year. But he has a bunch of different organizations of fighting. He has a boxing fight league, he has an MMA fight league, and then he has a bare knuckle MMA fight league that they just had their first fight last night. First sanctioned fight. And yeah, it's MMA, but it's bare knuckle. It was kind of nuts. Big Country Roy Nelson, who used to be in the UFC, fought and won his first fight in that event. So, and Charles Felony Bennett was also in that. I don't know if he won or not, though. I didn't look. Those are the only two notable names in that event. But they do wrap their hands, just like Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, like BKFC.
Right.
They do wrap their wrists around their thumb so that they protect their thumb from getting broken and their wrist from getting broken. But that does stabilize the fist when you have your wrist wrapped. So that means you can punch somebody a little harder than you would if you didn't have it wrapped. So it's still not true bare knuckle, I would say, but basically it is.
Yeah, but I mean, I get that. So the reason why I say wrap, definitely not gloves, because I don't care what you say. The gloves have padding because it's not material, and it may have weight in it or reduced weight, whatever. But it's still a padding. A wrap is still going to simulate a regular knuckle. If it's a type wrap, it's going to simulate being a regular knuckle.
Well, so they wrap them, but
gloves.
The wrap doesn't go around their knuckles. It only goes around their wrist and their thumb. That's it. Their knuckles are still open.
I'm saying for the one I'm talking about, they should wrap like boxing wrap.
Uh-huh.
How they go between your fingers to stabilize your fingers.
Oh, you want like Kumite style.
Whatever. So that
you want to dip them in wax and then dip them in glass.
No. I'm saying they should have boxing taped for the wrist and fingers and knuckles, mainly because so that way you can still sign a contract, or when you become debilitated, you can still sign your name. Whatever the case is, you get some amount of protection. But outside of that, you're not going to have gloves. You're going to have a shock collar either on your ankle or probably around your ankle, maybe your neck. Where it's kind of like camping in Call of Duty, or, if you camp too long and you don't move, what do? Just kick him in the nuts?
I think it grazed him. He said, oh no, okay. You're good. So I think it kind of grazed him, but it looked like it was a nut shot.
Yeah, so if you don't move or if you don't partake in the fight at all and you're just doing like a Roy Jr. or was that who it was that just evaded Pacquiao for the entire match?
Mayweather, you mean?
Yeah, if you do a Mayweather and you don't actually fight, you get shocked. Like you got to throw active punches. You can't do retreat. You got to participate in the fight, or you're getting shocked.
It sounds like a good idea for Jake and Logan Paul to bring into play.
I mean, if you want to do celebrity shit, you can. That's fine, but it's going to be open to anybody, professionals as well as dudes that just have beef with each other.
Yeah, I mean, it could work, but I don't know that I don't think it could get sanctioned, so it'd be harder to promote and monetize.
Who has to sanction it?
The state commissions. So any because any combat sport has to be sanctioned by a commission in order to be considered legit. Otherwise, it's kind of technically against the law.
What law? I've always wondered this, and I'm being straight up legit.
So like what law? I think Washington has like I think it is Washington. And maybe some other states have like a mutual combat law where if both combatants agree to fight it out, then the cops can stand there and watch them do it and make sure nothing illegal happens, like somebody stomping somebody's head against a curb or some shit. But
right. You're going to have refs in mind.
They kind of act like a ref, yeah. But they are allowed to fight in a mutual combat state. They are allowed to agree and fight. and then the cops decide when they're going to break it up, but they are allowed to fight without any repercussion legally. So,
Yeah,
you know.
see, that's my thing. And maybe it's just because I watch movies like the Kumite and all the other ones. But what I'm saying is
Oh
this: every
shit!
time
Big
somebody's
right
gotten
hand
into
by
a
Gilbert
fight
Burns.
and cops are involved, it's usually because there's gambling taking place, not the
Right.
actual fight itself. Because if two people decide, hey, we want to fight in this backyard and YouTube it, there's nothing illegal.
Well, yeah, but in most
If it's
states,
mutual combat and you say, hey, how the old porn used to be, I'm 18, here's my driver's license. You have each fighter be like, I'm
that's a
here,
hell of an example.
I'm giving consent to fight with this person or to participate in aggravated assault with this person mutually. And both participants are on video doing that beforehand. We have a referee that's going to make sure no one does any extreme shit like getting curb stomped or anything.
Yeah.
How is that illegal?
I mean, it's not.
You're not breaking. What law are you breaking?
You're not breaking a law if there is a law in place that says mutual combat is legal. But if mutual combat in most states is not legal, that's assault, brother. That's
so who's going to charge you?
But that's the thing; it doesn't matter. The state can charge you. You don't have to like
so
Nate
both
Diaz.
Fighters will get charged for assaulting.
Listen, Nate Diaz. If you watched any of my last podcast, I mean, or watched when I covered it, Nate Diaz choked the fool out in the streets of New Orleans and fucking dropped him on the asphalt. The dude's head slammed against the asphalt and busted his head open, and he was all bloody. He's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong. He busted his head open. He was bloody. Whatever. He probably got a concussion. No big deal. Either which way, the guy was the one approaching Nate Diaz, so he pretty much said, like, he conceded to the fact that he was down to fight if that's where it was going to go. But he didn't have the skills to combat Nate Diaz's jiu-jitsu, right? Nate Diaz just grabbed him right away, put him in a fucking choke, choked his ass to sleep, and then dropped him on the ground. He busted his head open, blah, 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 whatever. The dude did not press charges. He didn't even call the cops. The cops saw the video, and the fucking city is pressing charges against Nate Diaz. So they put a warrant out for his arrest.
A bitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's New Orleans. I don't know. It's not. I mean, I don't know what the fuck that city's about.
But they have beignets, and they got good food there in New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you know, the city, the PD, the NOPD out there are the ones pressing charges for assault against. It's aggravated assault or some shit. He could spend up to 3 years in jail and up to a $15,000 fine or some bullshit. Which he's going to get off with. He's going to pay a fine and he's going to have like fucking unsupervised probation or some bullshit. But either which way, it's the city of New Orleans pressing charges, not. It's just like a domestic violence thing. The wife doesn't have to press charges. If the cops show up and see that there's physical evidence that he was beaten on her, then they can press charges against him, and she can cry all she wants about how she wants him to let him go and don't arrest him, and it's all good, and it was a misunderstanding. I deserved it. Whatever bullshit the bitches always say. Then, you know what? It doesn't matter. The cops are going to fucking still press charges, and they're still going to put his ass in jail for domestic violence. Start of round 4, 450, 449 right now. To me, I think that Bilal might have this 3-1. If not, it's 2-2. I don't think there's anywhere that anybody would say Gilbert Burns is winning this fight at the moment. It's either tied or Bilal Muhammad's up by 1 round. Just so everyone knows.
I don't see it as being tied. I see Gilbert as doing a Mayweather.
Ooh. Too much.
There's an occasional attempt, but that looked like some shit I saw in middle school, that punch and dunk and whatnot.
Bilal Muhammad right now looks like he's the aggressor. Gilbert's coming up with some big right hands here and there, and I think he stumbled Bilal once in the second round. But at the moment, I haven't seen anything significant from Gilbert Burns. I think Bilal Muhammad's winning this fight. Clark, what do you think if you're watching this?
Unless Gilbert is going for the Rocky Balboa and trying to tire him out. That's why I call it the Rocky Balboa, because he's not doing a whole lot, and Muhammad is doing all the attacking, but the Muhammad seems a little tired. Like, look, when he kicks and throws some of his punches, they're starting to get half-ass. And
Right.
Burns a lot of energy to move backwards. That's not necessarily positive, but I mean, you're moving backwards quickly instead of forwards. You're not using that to aggress the situation. You're using it to retreat it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Muhammad would have enough strength or energy to do that kick that Burns just did.
Well,
I
I
think
think you
he
got him
like
backwards.
halfway up there.
Muhammad is in the green shorts. Burns is in the
Yeah.
yellow shorts. Oh, okay.
So Burns just had enough energy to do that kick, that almost Karate Kid kick.
Oh, I see what you're
Muhammad,
saying.
I don't think has the energy to pull off that kind of kick right now.
I don't know. I mean,
I think
he's
he's
the
too
aggressor.
tired.
He's the one pushing forward. Usually the guy pushing forward. What do you mean 2-0 Muhammad, Clark? It's the fucking fourth round. So it's got to be 2-. Oh yeah, it's the fourth round, so even I was wrong. I think it's 2-1 Bilal. That's oh shit, that was a big right hand by Burns though. I fucked up too though. I think it's 2-1 Bilal. So maybe that's what Clark meant. Because it is the fourth round, which means you've already seen 3 rounds. This round so far, I think, is kind of back and forth. Bilal's landed a couple, but Burns landed that one big shot that kind of stumbled Bilal. It does. Okay, so it does look like it shifted a little bit. Like Burns is a little more pushing forward instead of on his back foot.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He saved up his energy.
Oh,
You
now
watch
he's no.
Gattaca.
So,
Bing,
ooh.
bing bong. Oh, is he digging
Oh,
deep for that third or fourth
Rog,
win?
Rogan saying that something's wrong with Gilbert Burns' shoulder and that Bilal recognizes it. I was trying to figure out what the fuck he was saying, but because it didn't make sense. And then he said
Dislocated?
Bilal recognizes it. I don't know. He said there's something really wrong with his shoulder.
Oh.
That was a nasty body shot.
Are you talking about, is he talking about his left shoulder?
I think so, yeah.
I think it's out of socket.
Might have been from one of those kicks or something. But I mean, he's not really hanging it, so I don't know.
It could be sliding out of the socket like mine does.
Yeah, just kind of going in and out. Makes it feel
Yeah, and
uncomfortable.
that's
Like if you can't
very
throw a punch.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. See, but what is he
Yeah, because he
saying?
keeps attacking that side.
Yeah.
And he's not lifting that left arm up much at all. It's mainly just used as a tuck to defend.
Right. Ooh, that was a nasty right. Yeah, but Bilal doesn't look phased at all. I think Bilal's just waiting for something to open up where he can really take advantage and slip something in there. Ah, I thought for sure that was going to turn into something. So we got 5 seconds left. Yep. About to end the fourth round. I think at this point, well, I don't know. It might be tied now. But again, like I said before, because I fucked up the rounds. So I think it was 2-1 Bilal going into the fourth. Now I think it's either 2-2 or it's 3-1 Bilal. I mean, that's there's no way in hell anybody has Gilbert Burns winning this fight right now. At best, for Gilbert, it's tied. But that's just my opinion.
Anybody I did notice this is actually the first fight in a very long time. They have not gone down to the ground at all.
Yeah, not really.
Is that because neither one of them are ground fighters?
No, Gilbert Burns is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, but he's just not a ground fighter. Like, he doesn't really take it to the ground unless necessary. So when he gets hurt, he might try to take it down to the ground, or if they take him to the ground, he'll just do work. You know, he did try for that one single leg takedown, but he didn't get it. So Bilal hasn't, I don't think, has had any takedown attempts. But I don't know, man. It's looking to me like Bilal's winning this fight for sure. But here's the fifth and final round getting started. 455, 454. Sync it up if you're out there. That's where we're at. And let's see how this last round plays out. I mean, this has been a pretty decent fight. We've been bullshitting and stuff, but so far it's been pretty good. Nothing too boring. Like the first fight of the night. I don't know. I can't even remember anymore. Feels like forever ago.
So the question is, will it be lemon or will it be lime?
Which side of Sprite wins?
Right. Or Mountain Dew.
Or yeah. I think Sprite's more of a lemon lime thing though, right?
Yeah. Will it be Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow? So I had another question. Are you ever allowed to fight with like boots on or anything other than just bare feet?
No, bare feet only.
See.
Back in the day, they used to allow wrestling shoes and boots and all that shit. But when they decided to lock it down with rule sets and sanctions and shit like that, like that's the only way. You know, what the hell was that?
That was
he threw a punch and then he stumbled. Gilbert Burns did, by the way. But yeah, once they started like doing the full sanctioning of, you know, and commissions and all that shit, like the UFC forced that shit. You know, it was all there because of boxing, but they forced the you know, the commissions to be more prevalent because they had to sanction something other than boxing. So once that all came into play, like the nut shots are gone. You can't punch or kick in the nuts anymore. You can't do 12-6 elbows. You can't go straight up and down on somebody's head. Back of the head strike's gone. You can't wear shoes or boots anymore. You know, everybody's shirtless.
I would never do UFC then. I don't like feet.
You'd never do jiu-jitsu.
You come at me then with a foot, and nope. I will say, excuse me, I'm going to the Thai center, get some Thai sticks, and come back and just start touch me with my feet, you know, funky ass feet. Nope.
Yeah, some of these, yeah, it's bad. But you know, they have to keep. Oh, that was weird. That was like a weird inside leg kick. Some of these. Well, no, what I was saying was the one thing you do know is they have to keep their toenails and fingernails cut and clean, right? Because of cuts. You know, then you can get like infections and shit, or you can scratch somebody's eye, or you know, cut somebody across the face with your toenail or some bullshit. So they do have to keep it clean that way. But you know, the bottom of their feet get all weird after being barefoot, walking around everywhere.
Exactly.
Or on these mats that are like full of blood and shit.
See?
Nothing's been too bloody here, but you know there's drops of sweat all over the place and spit, snot.
You know somebody dribbled a little bit.
Maybe. There has been people that have shit in the cage before. If you want proof, I can give you
minute 30 to go, and neither one of them are like making a move.
Yeah, nothing significant right now. But they are going back and forth. I think Gilbert is hurt somehow. And Bilal just looks like he's being a little timid right now. So I wonder if something caught him and hurt him a little bit.
I think Bilal's just holding on. I think Bilal knows he's been winning these rounds. See, look how he just threw that kick.
Yeah.
And how it didn't like straighten back up. He just kind of left it out there. That's what I'm saying. He's out of energy.
Maybe it's a combination of being a little bit tired. Maybe not fully gassed, but a little bit tired. He's saving it up for the end. Oh, shit. It's 46 seconds.
It's the end. It's 45. It's less than a minute. This is the end.
Yeah. Maybe it's a combination of being a little tired and knowing that he's kind of up in the scorecards. At least I think he is. And if he thinks
right, that's why I think he's just defending.
But Gilbert's also not really coming at him with anything crazy. So maybe that's why he's kind of just like, yeah, I'm good, man. I think I'm winning here. So
yeah, but the fifth round, that's exactly what it is.
The fifth round is not the correct round to take off if you want to take a round off. You got to do that like in the third
with
or fourth.
15 seconds left, you can take the round off. Just don't get knocked out. That's why I said he's defending. Just don't get knocked out. He's like, keep him at a distance. Keep him at a distance. 10 seconds.
I really thought the way this fight started that somebody was going to get finished. But I'm calling it now. I'm pretty goddamn sure Bilal Muhammad got that win. I would say, yeah. If I were to bet right now, I would say Bilal Muhammad got that win, which means he's next in line for a title shot, which is well deserved on his part. He's never had a title shot before. Gilbert Burns has. He fought for the title and lost once for
Well,
sure,
that's
maybe
because
twice even.
not really fighting for. I mean, if he fought like that, he ain't really doing shit.
He
See,
might
like
have been
there.
hurt. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's what they're saying with that
Yeah.
takedown attempt. He fucked up his shoulder. Like maybe it was hurt a little bit before, and then he really hurt it then.
Mm.
DC right now is making a case for Bilal Muhammad getting that win. So I made myself 3 old fashions for the night. I'm about to put the ice in my last one, which is perfect considering the last fight's about to start. Now, these are, just so everyone knows, these are not just your normal old fashioned. I do doubles. So it's 3 shots instead of a shot and a half of whiskey, plus a shot and a half of liqueur 43, which is also alcohol. So they're pretty strong.
So you basically have had 6 6 of them so far.
Yeah. Bilal Muhammad with the win. He gets the next title shot. So they say. And Gilbert Burns' arm is definitely fucked up. Look, he's not even lifting it up.
Yeah.
Let's see what he has to say. That is Gilbert Burns' like 3rd fight in like a month and a half.
Mm.
Or some shit like that. Actually, I want to look that up because I want to know for sure. Let's see. Gilbert Burns. He fought in April and January of this year. And then he fought in, oh shit, that was it. Well, I guess it's 3 fights in a year. Because he fought April of last year, January of this year, and then April of this year. And now he fought
So 2
again. So
fights in
that's
a year.
three times this year so far with this fight. So yeah, he fucked up his shoulder. That sucks. I hope they actually give him the title fight though. He just said New Jersey, you suck.
He ain't got a lot to kick it.
No, they were booing him and shit in the press conference. So he was talking shit to New Jersey during that too, but you know, it is what it is. 5-round fight though for a co-main event that wasn't for a title. Not too bad. I mean, it would have been nice to have ended in a finish of some sort, but Bilal Muhammad got the win. Oh shit. You know, I think that means Justin lost his fucking, let's see. Justin lost his parlay, I think. And Nzechukwu, Sterling, and Burns. Yup. Sorry, Justin. I told him I was going for fucking Bilal. Oh, Jesus. Look at Sean O'Malley. He got that Michael Jackson fucking jacket on. Well, if you're looking to make bets, they're showing on the screen right now. Same game parlay, plus 250 Sterling by decision, plus 215 Sterling, more takedowns than Cejudo, minus 195 Cejudo's 75 plus significant strikes. So yeah, I don't think any of those bets are good to take, except for Sterling by decision. That might be a good one, and that's plus 250. So that means plus money for you. That's a good bet to take. The rest of them, I don't know. You understand any of that, Magic? You look
Nope,
very
not at
confused.
all. Not at all.
Don't worry, you don't need to. um, yeah. Have you seen anything about either one of these guys?
No.
Okay. To Henry Cejudo, they call the king of cringe because he is like you. It's just everything he says is cringy as fuck. The way that he
Is that this dude?
yeah, he's an Arizona
Oh
guy though.
shit.
What is this?
I know. It's Spider-Man to the Multiverse 2.
Oh,
You don't care about any of that stuff though, do you?
nah. I mean, I was gonna watch the first one because Trent kept telling me to watch it and she said it was really good, but I never watched it. I don't
It's
care
good.
about any man.
It's
I don't
good.
know.
Actually, I need to get something to eat. Shit. I did all that prep work and I ain't got nothing to eat.
Oh, did you actually cook all that today, or is that for tomorrow?
No.
Oh,
No, I just prepped it. I was gonna cook it today, and I was like, all right, I'll just go fire up one of her janky grills, and then I open it up and all the grills are rusted. So I'm like, fuck. And apparently you can cook carne asada in the oven using a broiler, but or
yeah.
on a cast iron skillet on the stovetop, but
Oh
I didn't feel
shit,
like doing
Clark.
that.
You trying to get me drunk tomorrow, fucker? He said, made
All right.
3, 2, 1 Buffalo Trace for tomorrow. Okay.
All right. Give me one second. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. And just so you know, Clark, I don't think Cejudo's winning. But I mean, that's just me. I'm going for Aljamain. That doesn't mean, I'm horrible at betting, like I said earlier. But that fight between Bilal and Gilbert was better than it could have been, because after Gilbert Burns getting hurt, it could have been very, very slow. It was slower than it should have been, I guess. I was hoping for a finish. That would have been nice. I mean, you can go either way with it, really, I guess. But wasn't too bad of a fight. I wasn't too Buffalo Tuakas. I know, that's what you said. Here's the thing, Clark. I don't even like Tuaka. I fucking hate Tuaka. But I have had Tuaka mixed in with shit, and I'm okay with it that way. So I'll give it a chance. I'm not sure if I'll like it though, because I just don't like Tuaka. But if Buffalo Trace takes it over, Buffalo Trace is my favorite bourbon / whiskey, whatever you want to call it. That's what I make all my old fashions with, like this one. This is number 3 for me tonight. So hopefully I'm not too hungover when I wake up in the morning, so I play golf fairly decently. Because otherwise I'm gonna feel like shit.
You're gonna be shit faced.
Maybe I'll have one more after this when I get done in
Might as
here.
well just call some place and get some breakfast burritos ready for y'all.
I know. Hey, Clark, you gotta make time to stop and get me food, because I'm gonna be hurting in the morning. I guarantee it. Anyway, fucking Henry Cejudo, the king of cringe. I think he's gonna lose, but he is a simultaneous 2-weight division belt holder, along with being an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. So that's why he calls himself Triple C. And then he adopted the name King of Cringe because I guess he's just leaning into the fact. You said Trace? What? Decision goes to Sterling. Cejudo has to knock out or submit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. The first round is gonna say a lot, I think, because Sterling's that type of fighter that kind of once the precedent is set, once the precedent is set, he's not able to break out of that. So if he comes in fucking getting worked, getting taken down and held down, or getting beat up, he's going to keep doing that because he doesn't know how to get out of it. At least from what I've seen of his fights. Now, if he comes in there really confident, landing a lot of strikes, you know, defending those takedowns and stuff like that, then I think he's going to have a good chance, and he's just going to have to put together some kind of combinations and get the knockout, or knock him down, submit him, or do his patented fucking backpack, hanging on somebody's back and then sinking in a deadly choke, because he definitely has that. And he's strong with those chokes. So if he gets on your back, watch your fucking neck. Am I still talking to myself? I hear you.
No.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking to Clark, though.
No, I'm just talking, and I was just talking. The same thing I was doing before you got here. I just this is the first time I did a watch party.
To go try that Buffalo Trace.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. I know it's good when I hadn't really had it by itself a lot until I went to Vegas like 2 times ago or something like that, and I ordered an old fashioned with Buffalo Trace. I got my old fashioned and I got my wife's drink, and we went and sat down at the table. And then all of a sudden, a kid comes up, not a kid, but he was really young, comes up and goes, did you order Buffalo Trace? I was like, well, I ordered Buffalo Trace in my old fashioned, but I already have it. And he goes, looks around, and the guy at the bar just like does the little finger point thing. And he goes, well, I guess this is for you. So I don't know. Enjoy. I was like, okay. And I go, hold on. What is this? And he goes, double Buffalo Trace on ice. I was like, cool. I'll take that. So I had my old fashioned while we sat there, and then I took the double shot of fucking Buffalo Trace on ice, and I walked around with it, and I was loving life. I'm like, hell yeah. I felt good after that old fashioned, and then I just kept sipping on the Buffalo Trace on ice. It was nice. What the fuck are you eating?
Beef jerky. Oh. It seems to be that this Buffalo Trace can range anywhere from $21.91 to $50.
Yeah, I guess I've never paid more than like $25 for it for a fifth. I mean, I don't know if they make anything bigger. I'm not sure. Someone told me they made a handle, but I've never seen it. I usually pay like $22, $23 for it at Safeway.
Okay. All right, I can get at Safeway. All right, cool. I will try it then.
But good luck, because I don't know about anywhere else, but everywhere in Arizona, you have to find the right time to get it. Otherwise, it's sold out always. Because that's how popular it is. But I guess they age it for like a set amount of time, and they don't like take it out of the barrel until it's aged for that set amount of time. Like they have a thing where they just refuse. So if it's not ready,
I'm
it's
almost
not ready.
Out of red snag, so I can also see if they have it at Total Wine.
Yeah. Every time I go to Total Wine, they don't have it there because they're always sold out.
That's because that's Arizona. That's
here,
and you guys, and they drink normal stuff there. Sacramento, it just seems to be that all the Hennessy and all the Crown Royal are out.
Well, what are you trying to say?
What is that other one? Trace Amigos, Trace something.
Casamigos.
Tequila? Casamigos. I don't get that.
It's I think it's what's his face? George Clooney's tequila?
I don't even know whose tequila it is, but some people
it's
just
like
make
it's like the popular influencer drink. That's why. Like all the Jenners and Kardashians drink it and shit, or something like that.
How do people just not? How do you go for something and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get that," and then it tastes like ass?
Well, people could say the same thing about Buffalo Trace. You know, Joe Rogan's a sponsored by and a big proponent of Buffalo Trace, but and honestly, that's where I heard it from. But I didn't even bother with it for the longest time until I started drinking old fashions. And then I had an old fashioned at fucking where was it? I don't even remember where it was, but they made it with buffalo trace and I thought it was really, really good. So then I finally found a bottle for myself and I made it, I made it here at home and I liked it. And every time I make an old fashioned the way I make it, I feel like it tastes the best with buffalo trace. So
and that may be so, but have you had Casamigos?
I have. It's not that great.
Have you had Patron?
I have. I like Patron.
And if you had a choice of having Patron or Jose Silver,
Patron. But
I'm
hey,
not.
listen. Have you ever had El Jimador?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I think I have.
El Jimador is like kind of a cheaper tequila, but it's underrated like a motherfucker. Like it should be
That's
the
what
price
I
of
think I
Patron.
have.
Yeah. It has like
Now here's the thing.
a buck or something on the front.
Here's the thing. Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, I have. Here's the thing though. I can drink Patron, but I prefer Patron Lime.
I don't think I've ever had Patron Lime.
It is, and you know how people just sip whiskey on the rocks, bourbon on the rocks.
Yeah.
Patron Lime is a lime liqueur Patron that is absolutely delicious. If you want a refreshing, cool drink during the summer, and that's just, I normally can't sip a drink like that. I'm a shot taker or a mixed drink maker. But that tequila lime, I can literally sip on with a glass bowl of ice and be perfectly content with it. It is, oh my God. Like just thinking about it makes my mouth water.
Oh, you mean the fancy ice like this? It's all fucking, I got a big
Whatever.
square ice. No,
they have Patron Lime, Patron Orange, and there's like 2 or 3.
Honestly, I didn't even know. I know that there's like coffee Patron that's like gold, and then Patron silver. I like the silver. That's usually all I'll drink. But have you ever had coconut tequila?
No, I've had almond.
What? The fuck? I never heard of almond. But 1800 has a coconut tequila. I actually have it here at my house. It's actually not bad. If you like coconut, it's not too bad. You don't like coconut?
That's the thing. I don't like coconut. I'm weird like that. Like a lot of people that drink whiskeys like peach. I don't like peaches.
So
I don't like coconut either.
Like I like peach crown. I like apple crown, but like I don't really like flavored Jack Daniels. I don't really like those. Like the honey, the apple, the fucking all that bullshit. Jack Fire, not too bad. It's way better. I don't like Red Stag. It's not good for me. Yeah, I know. Because I don't like berries and chocolate. I don't like berries and whiskey. I don't like berries. I like berries as berries. That's it. I don't like
I
berry
wouldn't think I liked it either,
shit,
but
unless it's like artificial flavoring in juices or something. That's really the only way.
I don't like berries and chocolate. I like berries in that It's just when I mix that with Pepsi, Coke, it's delicious.
No, I get it because a lot of people used to do, like my wife loved Red Stag back in the day. I used to have to like stop her from drinking shots of it before I had to clean up puke because she just didn't realize that how fucked up she was getting off it because it was so good to her. Not to me though. Fuck all that. Oh, Clark says Brother John's barbecue. Oh, is that what you're saying that I learned about Buffalo Trace from? It might be. I don't know. Anyway, for everybody interested in the fights, and that's what you're here for, we're going off on tangents, but it's alcohol. Who gives a shit?
I'm fucking it all up. I'm throwing your podcast all the way off.
No. That's good. I actually have somebody to talk to, so it's like that's why I'm all involved in the conversation because I've been talking to myself for the past fucking however long. It was what, like an hour and a half before you jumped on?
Mm-hmm.
But Aljamain Sterling getting announced right now. Oh, well, it's going to be just a second before they actually get started. Nope, here it is. Here we go. Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo for the fucking Bantamweight championship. We'll see if Henry Cejudo can win his belt back, or if Aljamain Sterling can
Cejudo don't look
retain.
right. Like he don't look right. Yeah.
Is his
Something
hair,
about
dude?
him does not look. Yeah,
His
something.
hair is fucking weird. His hair and the shape of his head is weird. Like he shouldn't have that hair. I'm hoping fucking. Oh, Clark said yes, so that means that's where I heard from. Okay, cool. Now I understand. I'm hoping Aljamain comes out and whoops his fucking ass. Like, make that stupid head bounce off the canvas.
He does look like he's wearing a bobblehead.
He is small too. I mean, he actually came up fighting in the flyweight, so 125. Bantamweight is 135. He's been the champ in both divisions. That's why he calls himself Triple C. Because then on top of that, he's a Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. Of course, you know he can't let that one go.
Oh my god, dude! That dude's head bobbing around is driving me crazy.
Distracting, right? It's a
Maybe that's
big
why he has
stupid.
his head that way,
It's a big
so it
stupid
distracts
head.
him.
A big stupid punchable head.
Yes, very much so. I've never had this, so I'm going to see how this is going to work out. Oh,
Ooh,
well, fuck it. Just put the whole bottom.
never had what? What are you doing? Oh shit! Henry Cejudo just took Aljamain Sterling down. Sterling landed a good knee before this, so that's why they tied up.
I'm mixing blackberry lemonade with red stag.
Isn't Red Stag blackberry?
Yes, black cherry.
Black cherry. That's right.
Yeah. So now it's blackberry, black cherry, lemonade, and yeah,
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
for real.
Oh no, what Smokey said, the older the berry, the sweeter the juice.
That's all right. Definitely drinkable.
The blackberry stuff that you put in it, that's a soda stream.
No, it's just
Oh, blackberry
zero
lemonade. Okay.
sugar. Yeah.
Like seltzer water type shit?
Clear American. Yeah, you can get them at Walmart. They're just clear
Oh.
sodas, no sugar. They have flavors like blackberry lemonade, Fiji apple, white grape, black cherry, wild cherry, strawberry. They had one that tastes like
Shit.
the bomb pops, the old red, white, and blue bomb pops.
Yeah. Ooh, goddamn. These motherfuckers are going at it right now. So Henry had Henry had Eljo down and was kind of working him a little bit, but Eljo got up and now they're just exchanging punches. But Cejudo just tied him up and put him against the fence.
Are you allowed to poke people with like your knuckles or fingers?
Poke
Like do
where?
pressure points?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody's foolish enough to do that.
I
The
mean,
shit
when
don't
he's
work.
up against his fence, like you could jab like your knuckle into their rib and just like grind it there.
Oh, nah. I mean, really, you gotta think about the fact of how high their adrenaline is right now. They barely feel things. Like you really have to hit the chin or behind that. The places that knock your equilibrium out or will
What about
fucking
back
shut your
here?
brain. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Behind, like, on the chin, on the back of the jaw, behind the ear, on the temple. Those are all places that will disorient you. If you just get hit, if you just get hit to the chin or to the eye, like it might break your orbital and that might be what you feel. But otherwise, you're not really feeling much because your adrenaline is so fucking high. Oh shit. Aljamain. Oh hey, he's grabbing the fence. Okay. Aljamain Sterling reversing Henry Cejudo and taking him down against the cage. Henry's on like hands and feet
Dead
right
leg.
now,
Got him with the
bent
dead
over.
leg.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to throw those knees in there, break him down a little bit. Henry keeps grabbing for the fence though. He did have his fingers wrapped for a second, but Herb Dean didn't even warn him, so that's kind of weird.
Well, it was more than a second. It was like 20 seconds.
Yeah. Oh shit. Eljo taking Cejudo down again. And now he's trying to get the hooks in. But that's what everybody said. Don't let Aljamain get your back. He's like a fucking spider with those long ass limbs.
Coming at you like a spider monkey, Chip.
There's only a few seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that was a big elbow by Aljamain Sterling.
Oh yeah.
But
that's
Henry's
exactly
not
what
face.
I would do. Last 10 seconds.
Ooh, that was a close round because Henry caught Eljo. Henry caught Eljo a couple times, like fairly decent. And he took him down a few times, but Aljamain, I think, got the positions on him. So I don't know. Round 1's up in the air.
I'm gonna go with the Jamaican.
Aljamain?
Yeah, I think he was the Jamaican flag, wasn't he?
Yeah, he reps half American flag, half Jamaican flag. Got the legend Matt Serra in the corner of Aljamain Sterling, along with Ray Longo. And then Captain Eric El Badassin is in the corner for Henry Cejudo. And he's called captain because he actually was a captain in like the army or some shit. Is that?
That looked like Keenan.
It was.
Keenan Thompson.
Yep. I couldn't think of his fucking last name. I'm like, is that Keenan back there? I'm glad he got his name right because I like half the time I forget his fucking name. Ooh. Big straight left and then followed up by a big body kick by Aljamain Sterling. Oh, yes. Round 2, by the way. 438, 437. Kind of forgot. Oof. Henry Cejudo coming with the big combo. It didn't really land flush, though. It was kind of grazing shots. I kind of feel like Aljamain Sterling is... Ooh, shit, that was a crazy left, like straight / hook. I don't know what the fuck that was. It looks like Cejudo's kind of like on the back foot, kind of waiting for a big shot to come, worried about it, and Aljamain Sterling's kind of more on the offensive, ready to land whatever he can.
I just thought of another stipulation in my new fight league.
What's that?
If the shock treatments don't work, then on the next round, your wrists will be tied together. So you can't get away from each other, and you have to fight.
Oh shit! I swear I've seen somewhere where they grab hands like if they're gonna fucking like arm wrestle, and then they tape them together, and then they gotta like fucking hit each other with the only hand they have free.
That was in the Michael Jackson Beat It video.
Is it? Okay. That was a piss poor fucking takedown attempt by Aljamain Sterling. Cejudo going for the low leg kicks and missed. Ooh, good left hand by Eljo.
Now
they're playing patty cake. Oof. Big left hand by Cejudo, but he missed. So far, all the big strikes by Cejudo are missing. Hey, so in any of the times that you've been on Ninja, I meant to ask Tommy this. I might have to ask him on our next Tuesday night if we ever actually do a Tech Tuesday, because we never do. It's never about tech.
We won't.
But have you ever had somebody in a Ninja room using a link that you sent to somebody else, and yet someone is on there. You can't hear their audio, but you see them.
Yeah, Christo.
No. I'm talking,
and Mike has done it.
No, I'm talking. There, someone you do not know is using a link. You can't hear their audio, but you can see them. So I was gonna I meant to bring this up to Patrick and I forgot because that was a spinning back elbow, halfway defended by Aljamain. I mean by Cejudo.
Was it a link to your room or one of our links?
Yeah, no, it was a link to my room, to the Going Rounds podcast room, and I had sent it to Patrick, right? Well,
right.
I was in here prepping everything that day, and all of a sudden, I get a face pop up because if you're a ninja and you're the oh shit,
how the hell did that just happen?
I don't know. You mean that head kick?
That phasing that is like he just did that, turn around and run backwards, like he's scared now.
I don't know. It was weird. Anyway, I sent Patrick a link, right? And
right.
I will sometimes I'll go on that link to try to make sure I have a feed coming through for the scene, right? Well, if you already have that link plugged into the OBS, then if they jump on that link, it's going to pop up even if you're not in Ninja, right? I don't know if you know that, but that's what happens. So like if Tommy's in on his scene and has all of our spots up, if any of us pop in, it's going to pop up whether he's on Ninja or not.
Yes.
So anyway,
it'll pop up in OBS because
the link
I've done that with you a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like you literally were there, and like I was just playing with the scene. I don't know what you were doing, but you were in Ninja doing something, and I logged into Ninja, and I had that. What was that little? It was the. It was that other program that we had. That
Prism?
Where you could bring other people in. Electron.
No, Electron capture.
And it pulled the Electron capture for you, and you were online doing something completely different. Like just doing whatever. I think you were prepping for your show or something. And I pulled it, and you pulled it into my into my OBS.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there prepping, and I have the window up because I'm, on the scene with the two windows or whatever. And fucking this guy pops in, and he's like this close to his mic. And I'm sure that sounds loud to you, sorry. But he's like that close. He's like right here. And I'm thinking, what is he doing? Testing because Patrick works in a place where they do audio visual stuff. So he works behind like big switching boards and shit. And so I'm like, is he having somebody like do a new setup for him? Maybe they're testing. Well, I tried to jump on to Ninja in the director's room, and he's not in there. It's not in the director's room. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, start of round 3, 439, 438, just so everyone knows. That's where we're at. And they're going back and forth. Cejudo looks pretty aggressive right now. I think he knows that oh shit, that was a flying knee. It kind of grazed Eljo. And now Cejudo has him in a front headlock. Oh fuck. Okay, I think he's out of the woods right now for the moment. Anyway, the guy jumps in and I can't hear him talking. I go into the director's room. He's not in there. I don't see anything. Like I can't get the solo link and bring him in or anything like that. He's not there. So I'm like, what is this shit? So I try to jump on Patrick's link and it says it's being used. I'm like, what? So I waited and waited. Well, when it came time for Patrick to jump in, he's like, hey, I can't get in. It says somebody's already using this link. I'm like, fuck. So I had to make him a new link, and I did. But yeah, I've never had that happen before. Just some random dude is in there. I can't hear his audio. He doesn't show up in the director's room, but he's on the link, and I see his video. Thank God he wasn't jerking off or some shit, but... That would have sucked.
It is a public link, so could have been fat fingered.
I guess, but how can you get so close to Going Rounds podcast and Patrick? Like, I get you could have the same name, but how would you be in the same room? You know what I mean? Going Rounds podcast. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Aljamain is
I do
recovered
know.
quite well. How?
If you go to Ninja, there's another way you can get into your room.
How?
If you go to video.ninja, you could just select the room and enter the title name. Or the short code.
Oh, shit. That was a nasty knee. Well, why would he be in on Patrick's link, though? Because Patrick's link is for him with his name.
Hold on.
Maybe we shouldn't say this on the podcast and people try to just fucking jump in.
No, hey, there was a way.
You know what's weird? I thought it was a bot, but when me and Patrick were on Thursday, somebody named Ms. Bitch, MS period, and then bitch. That was their name in YouTube. They were asking question after question after question, and then kept going on and on and on, saying random shit, but like shit that was pertinent to the show, and like was answering questions I was asking and stuff like that. And then at the end, they were like, "Hey, I want to talk about this topic. Send me a link." And then they were like, "Let me jump in on this podcast. Send me a link." And then I ignored it. And then it was like, "Send the link." And after the third time they said send the link and I didn't acknowledge it or anything. Oh, Jesus. Nobody can do this, by the way. You have to have a password to get in. Magic's is just fucking around. I did it. Shut up, asshole. After this, you're going to need a password. But yeah. I don't know who that person was on YouTube.
Internet genius. It's a bot. Yeah.
A bot?
It's an AI bot. It's an AI bot. I got a phone call today from a bot through Telegram off a link from Instagram.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it wasn't it was a phone call. It was a voicemail. So, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh. I don't know, man. I'm like confused right now as to who's winning this fight. I've seen Eljo do a lot of damage and look like he's dominating, but then Cejudo comes up with stuff like this. Yeah, that was a nasty trip and took him down. And why did they let Cejudo wear those fucking ankle braces? That's not a typical thing that they would allow. Like knee braces and shit, they don't usually allow that kind of shit.
I think the Jamaicans got him.
End of the third, maybe it's what, 2-1, Aljamain? Clark, have you been watching? Are you actually paying attention? What's the score right now? Or what do you think? See, I don't know if I can handle two people talking to me at once. I'm like, hey, you shut the fuck up. You finish what you're saying. When you're done, then you talk. Don't do this talking at the same time bullshit.
Yeah, but I don't think they have time for that.
Well, they definitely don't. They only have a minute. Technically, it's like 50 seconds because by about 10 seconds, everybody gets out. Here we are, 10 o'clock. I got to wake up at like 4:45 or some shit.
For what?
I'm going to play golf tomorrow with Clark.
Okay, it doesn't take that long to get anywhere on any side of Tucson.
Bullshit.
Why would you have to get? What time is it?
It's an hour drive. He's picking me up at 5:30. The Views in Oro Valley.
Oh, well, I've never been there.
We live in Vail. It's a long ways away.
Like, I'm used to playing in Douglas.
Clark, 1-1-1. What does that even mean, you dipshit? Are you saying that they tied for a round?
One tie.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense.
See, and if it was 1-1-1 based on Clark's, they would either have their shot collars on right now or their wrists would be tied together.
No, I mean, I get it. Like, you're not sure about one of the rounds. It could go either way. I don't know that it's tied, though. He said Aljo's successful in round 4 because he's the one going first. So that leads me to believe that aesthetically, it's Aljamain Sterling winning the 4th round, which to me means he's up 3-1. I mean, 2-1. Because I thought he won the first round. The second round, I think, went to Cejudo. Ooh, that was a good left hook. Ooh, shit. Henry's landing some shots, but Aljamain doesn't look too fazed by it. Come on, Aljo.
See, you said touching those toes.
Oh, shit. Henry coming in quick with those right hands. Yeah, because he was kicking him to the body. So that's what he meant by touching those toes to the solar plexus, basically.
Why doesn't he
I
take
think
his
last
left
round was a
hand and
tie.
just crack him across the ear? Right there. That hand he's punching with, why doesn't he punch him in the face with it?
Because it leaves you open to shit if Cejudo decides, because he's got less of a reach and more compact, he might be able to hit you first. So they just think way ahead, like way ahead. And then they also think about what else could be possible if you push away to try to hit somebody in the back of the ear like that. If you miss, then you're open to take a shot in the back of your ear pretty much, or someone's going to actually grab your leg and take you down because your upper body's off balance.
Looks like a midget with a bobblehead. Like, I know I had the bobblehead before, but now I realize he looks like a midget with a bobblehead.
It's funny because he's not really that much shorter than Aljamain, but I think because he's just so stocky.
He's not lengthy like the other dude. Like,
yeah.
That's why he looks like he's touched with a little midgetism. With a bobblehead.
Yeah. And his hair doesn't make it any better. Clark says he thinks the last round was a tie. Now that makes sense as to why he said 1-1-1. Dude, I'm not going to be able to walk when I get up from here. I haven't left my seat this whole time. And I have a lot of alcohol in me.
It's like having your legs go to sleep while sitting on the toilet. Is that what you're saying?
Jeez. Yeah, except this chair is more comfortable than the toilet for sure.
Arm situation going on there?
Yeah, he's got him in a kind of a guillotine type. No, he doesn't really have it. He's got his hands locked between his head and his legs.
So what would happen if the Jamaican just stood up and took that dude with him and just walked around with him?
Then that would significantly change what people think about this fight. They'd be like, "Holy shit, that dude is strong."
Is this dude about to do the splits?
He's doing forcing him into the
splits.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good takedown at the end of the round. That usually wins you the round, which means once again he's up. Whether it's by 1 round or 2, I think Aljamain Sterling is winning right now. Ooh, yeah, that was a good combo. So, we're going into the 5th round. That means I think Aljo's either up 3-1 or, I mean, there's a slight possibility it's 2-2, but
one dude gets ice, the other dude gets a paper towel on the back of the neck. What's going on there?
I think last round. Oh, Park is still saying that. Well, last round, round 5, to see who gets the belt. Does Aljo retain or does Henry fucking get his belt back? Right now, I got Aljo winning, but that's just me.
That's
At
the
least by
Jamaican,
one
right?
round. Yep.
I got him winning as well. I don't like the bobblehead.
Here we go. 5th round, 457, 456, 455. Let's go. Come on, Aljamain. Put a fucking stamp on this. But be careful and don't get knocked out. That would suck.
Pull the who was the dude from Street Fighter that put a pussy in your chest? Zhang Chi or
Yeah, I think so.
Somebody needs to do with this as Sparta here. Let's put a foot in the chest like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Just pow.
Ooh, I wonder if Cejudo's tired. Like, he just put his fucking hands down and shit. By the way, is that stream working good for you? That it hasn't been, like, being weird or nothing?
It's got into a slight another dimension here and there, but then it catches back up.
Oh, okay. I do have the quality of Ninja up quite a bit because I was like, well, if there's only 2 of us, I'm going to turn it up.
Turn it up.
Oof. Don't turn
The
your back.
Cejudo looks like when he starts bouncing around, I halfway imagine him to start doing the Carlton. Like with the bobblehead.
That makes sense. Yeah.
See? Foot to the chest. Pull a stink meter. Oh.
He caught him there a little bit.
Oh, it looked like it was about to like Superman that shit.
Trying to do some flying knee or some shit. Ooh, that was a good left.
Oh, he's not following through.
They kind of tied up legs.
Sterling. Yes, is it Sterling?
Oh,
yeah. Every kick that Sterling goes like that, he starts to initiate it and then he just fails to commit through it.
Yeah. I think they kind of clashed legs right there. I think Cejudo tried to kick when Sterling. Ooh, that was a big left and right for Cejudo. And then a good low kick to the leg. But Sterling still just doesn't look phased. So, I mean, how much really does that affect anything? Fuck. Coming up on 2 minutes left. Henry just looked at the clock.
Is that what he looked at?
Yeah, he just looked at the clock, which usually means, like, he's getting tired.
Yeah, that is realizing he's running out of time to make something happen.
Yeah, that too. And Cejudo hasn't fought in 3 years. But, you know, he was fighting quite a bit when he was fighting. Like, normally. And he, like I said, he was a double champ in the flyweight and flyweight and bantamweight divisions. Ooh.
Try to make something
happen.
Knees
to the body, but nothing.
Try to make something happen.
Missed that right hook too. For Cejudo. Aljamain looks like he's like trying to get shots in when he can and just defending as much as possible with Cejudo right now. He's probably waiting until this last minute to try to really do something, but he's got him tied up against the cage. All right, 58, 57, 56 seconds left to do something. Cejudo's trying to take him down. Ooh, he did get him down. But he's got an arm under a leg and then under the chin. All right. Cejudo's out. He has Aljamain's back. Aljamain Sterling standing up. We got 28 seconds left. Fuck. Cejudo's wrapped around Aljamain's waist. Aljamain's fighting off the hands, though. So that's good. Cejudo's trying to kick the back of his legs. It's not doing much. 10 seconds left. 9, 8. Aljo tries a spinning back elbow. Didn't work, but he's turned around. Now they're face to face. 1 second. Done. Done. I would bet a lot of money right now that Aljamain Sterling won that fight.
I think he did.
But there's been a lot of bad judging. A lot of bad judging in the past. So you can never be too sure. It was a little bit too close.
It's a little wobble wobble. Shaky, shaky.
Wobble
wobble. Shaky, shaky.
Yeah, you can't call it too early because you never know what these judges are going to do. But I see Henry Cejudo with the most damage showing. And when you just look at the fight as a whole, Aljamain Sterling did the most, I think. Ooh, that was a big kick to the back of the head. Ooh. Yeah, that was a big knee. Oh, that was nasty. The split. Clark, are you still watching? Who do you think won? And did you have any bets?
No, Clark is on cracker duty right now. And ramen soup.
All right. Here we go. Bruce Buffer with the decision.
And
split decision. Still, Aljamain Sterling by split decision. Henry Cejudo is trying to act like he's disappointed, but I'm pretty sure he knew he lost. Like, he's not pissed off. He's not freaking out. So, he at least knows it was no bets. Oh, Clark didn't bet. Aljamain Sterling with the win.
Are they booing him?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know why.
If I were in a place where somebody is booing me like that, I was like, I would literally quote Tupac. First off, fuck the bitch and the click you came.
He's a New York guy. Do. Maybe that's why they're booing him, but you would think they would like him because that's at least close.
Right. It still don't matter. It would straight be hit him up lyrics.
Yep. Uh-oh. Calling out Sugar Sean O'Malley. Wearing the Michael Jackson jacket fucking with no shirt on under. But here's the thing. I want Cejudo, but I think Sterling, lack of evidence. Okay. I knew it went to decision. Sterling won. Okay. That's what Clark said. Anyway. The fuck was I saying? God damn it, I forgot. I completely lost my train of thought.
Alcohol is a terrible drug.
I was reading the fucking. I was containing myself from telling Clark to make some fucking sense when he writes something.
Oh! What's this? What's
There it
this?
is,
They need
face
to
to face.
call this dude out.
Oh shit, face to
Right
face.
here, right now. Right
Shirts
here,
off.
right now. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Talking mad shit. Later, Clark. Clark told me to go to bed because we got golf in the morning. Yeah. I'll go to bed whenever the fuck I feel like it.
You're not the boss of him.
Either way, yeah. Later, Clark. Thanks for joining in.
Later, Clark.
I'll see you in the morning.
Oh,
Oh, shit. Damn, it looked like Sean O'Malley just flipped off Dana White. Damn, we got some drama going on in the cage right now.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Put the gloves on right now. Cut the loser's gloves off. Put them on right now. Let's go. 2-minute round right now. Let's see what's up.
Well, Aljamain Sterling said he was gonna beat Cejudo and then beat O'Malley and then move up to the fucking featherweight division because Merab Dvalishvili is his partner, his training partner, and his teammate. So he wants to clear the way so Merab can have a title fight because they won't fight each other. And Merab is the number one contender right now besides Sean O'Malley. So
they should just let him fight right now. I wonder if they would ever do that.
Let's see what Cejudo has to say.
They're like, no, you go through the other entrance. My head was bobbly, and I couldn't hold it up, so I couldn't see where he was at. See, like his hand is taped up around the knuckles.
Yeah, they tape him.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering if he was gonna fucking retire right now. Again. Okay. Well, Joe's asking him if it's over, but he sounds like it's not. At least not yet.
I think it's a decision. I think he's gonna go back, talk to the wife and kids, be like, "Hey, Daddy got his ass whooped. So, what y'all think? Y'all want to keep seeing this?"
He's like, I can't part with my stupid hair, so I'm gonna have to retire.
Right.
I'm not gonna.
That dude with the
I'm not gonna.
glasses, that's why he lost. He lost because of that dude right there with the damn Elvis glasses on. Like, you're
Eric
doing too much.
Albarracin.
And you got a shitty haircut, too.
I'll tell you what, right now, everybody I knew in elementary and middle school that had hair like Henry Cejudo, I beat the fuck out of them because I knew if their hair looked like that, I was gonna kick the shit out of them, and I did. Every single
You're
one
saying
of
you're a
them.
bully? You're a bully over hair?
If you had hair like that, I kicked your ass.
That's fucked up.
It's that weird see-through like all moves together type bullshit. I don't know. He gets Mexican hair.
Pepsi Cola.
Anyway, fucking A. Well, Aljamain Sterling retains the belt. A lot of good fights tonight. I'm drunk, so I think it's time for me to go. Thank
Ah.
thank you, Magix. I gotta get up fucking early as shit so I can go play golf with this asshole Clark. But at least I get to see my pops. He's playing with us too. And then my buddy Marshall.
Word.
So that'll be cool. Yeah. Thank you for everybody for joining in. Thanks, Magix,
Don't
for
forget, you have another podcast tomorrow as well.
I do. So I'm gonna go play golf in the
So I don't
morning. I'm
want
gonna come
I
home
don't want to
and
hear
take a
this. I
nap.
don't think I'm gonna make it.
Nah. There's got to be extreme circumstances like somebody's birthday in my
Drunk.
family or something like that.
Drunk.
Nah. How many times do
You're
I
gonna be like
bounce out?
hair
I
of the
don't.
dog. I need a little hair of the dog.
No.
And then it's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
turn
Look.
Then it's gonna turn
This
into day drinking.
this
And
glass
then by
will be
5.
this glass will be full when I get on the podcast tomorrow night. But
Okay.
anyway, yeah, that's it. We're out. We're done. Thanks, Magix, for joining in. Everybody else for getting in the chat. Watch the Rumble podcast Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on the Rumble Podcast YouTube channel. And then watch me and possibly a guest, if not just me, recapping all these fights and going over the fights for the next weekend on Thursday, 7 p.m. Same fucking YouTube channel. We're out. See you later. Thanks, Magix. Peace.
Peace.